This is Minecraft. I got the deed to some empty land and I'm spending 100 days building the perfect homestead for myself, but most Minecraft worlds end after only 2 weeks. In this video, I'm playing one of Minecraft's most satisfying and cozy mod packs, testing every level of this mod pack from the most basic to the most complicated. To answer the question, can I keep this world alive for 100 days? This journey starts on day 65. Alrighty, welcome back to Homestead. We're on day 65. Homestead is one of the most satisfying and cozy mod packs for Minecraft. Honestly, the best way to describe it is it's like a good relationship. It just gets better with time. So anyways, over the last 64 days, I beat the game, built a home for myself, and experienced some of the early levels of this mod pack. And with 30 days left, the question is, what does Homestead add beyond the vanilla endgame experience? Yeah, we've been, over the last 65 days, we've been building up the homestead here. It started off as just a empty piece of land, and over time has turned into a cozy little home. So we got farms, we got a house. Let's head up to the top of this watchtower so I can give you guys the proper view here. And this will lead perfectly into the first feature of this mod pack that I want to get into today. Nikki, your commentary swag is so different. What's different? Well, honestly, I just got out the shower, so I'm so fresh and so clean. Alright, so, the longer I've had this Minecraft world, the more I really started to think about it. I was like, you know what? If you have a Minecraft world, like, long term, it's kind of like an interactive memory book. Like, you kind of remember what you were feeling at the time when you were building different stuff. And I was thinking, you know, what better way to kind of capture that, like, the memories than through photography, right? Wait, did that make sense? Did that sentence make any sort of sense? Anyways, one of the mods that Homestead adds in is the photography mod. So let's go make ourselves a Sony a6000, my favorite camera of all time. So actually, while we're making our way to the house to gather the materials, I guess I could share like a little story. Oh no, now Nikki's talking about himself, bro. Wait, hold on. I got y'all something. I got you some flowers. Shout out to Heather. If you know, you know. Alright, put those down. Put that down before I get my heart broken twice. So, to make the camera, and while I'm kind of talking about this little story I'm about to share with y'all, if I can find my... We're looking for redstone. Oh, I found it. Perfect. So to make the camera, we just need to do something like this. And there we go, we got ourselves a camera. So now that we have a camera, this is the perfect way to document how this world changes over time, especially a little bit later when we get into one of Minecraft's most complicated and satisfying mods. This mod is equal parts intimidating and exciting. It's honestly my type of gal. So with this old camera here, we're able to document our world, which will be really fun. So, I guess, like I was saying, I'm going to talk about myself for a second. I'm so sorry about this. But in real life, photography is one of my favorite hobbies. Maybe we can get a picture of this aurora. Oh, no paper! Nah, hold on. That is so embarrassing. That's like having your card decline at therapy and your therapist is like, actually, I take back everything I said. We need to get our paper up. Here's Jazzy and Brookie. I swear I'll get this story out one way or another. Alright, so we got some sugar cane here. You know what? We need to store up some of this extra junk that we got. So let me store away some of these extra trinkets and little doodads I have really quick. So in real life, photography is one of my favorite things to do outside of YouTube. And this is gonna sound so dumb. I don't even know why I'm sharing this story with y'all other than the fact that we have a photography mod installed. But in real life, I basically got into photography. Well, how can I start this story? Well, it's a new day, new me. So I guess the best way to describe myself was when I was in school, I was very, very shy, right? And I was always kind of scheming, right? And I was thinking, okay, you know, what would be a good way to like impress girls, right? Or get girls to like to talk with me, right? So I had the bright idea of getting into photography, and we just hit day 67. So yeah, I got into photography to basically impress girls. And the dumb thing about this whole story is I basically fell in love with photography. And low key, fellas, I don't think they ever patched this method. But girls like photographers. They like getting their photos taken. So, I mean, shoot, do what you gotta do. But anyways, the irony of this is I picked up a very expensive hobby for whatever reason. Cameras, lenses, all that stuff. Not exactly the cheapest thing in the world. I guess the moral of this whole story is I guess be careful what you do for love, because you might just pick up a hobby on the way. All right, so I kind of want to just document the homestead here with the camera. I really like the way the light is hitting our little horse stable right there. It looks really good. And of course we got the old watchtower here. You can kind of see the sun coming up on the left side there. I do wish we had the rule of thirds, because I don't really remember the rule of thirds too well. It should be about there. There we go. So, photography is one of the things I really wanted to get into. I was thinking that'd be such a fun way to actually document the world, like how it changes over time. But the other thing I really want to get into, and something I've been putting off for the longest time, is actually the create mod. So Homestead, the mod pack, also includes create. So for that, we need to actually gather some different materials, one of them being andesite. We also need more iron, copper, and zinc. But luckily, where our house is, where this farm is we have a lot of andesite nearby. Like pretty much all the way around the farm is andesite walls. So maybe should we take Bessie out for a spin? Come here, old girl. So for those that don't know, Bessie might be a old lady, but she's still got speed to her. She's still a beast. Wait, hold on. Can we take a selfie? Can we take a selfie with old Bessie here? Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Right in front of the house. That's a good photo. Alright, let's take Bessie for a spin. Beautiful day. And we'll just head up this way. We don't really have to go too far. We have some andesite right here. Actually, this whole cliff face is made out of andesite. But I'm gonna come up here. Oh, there's a boar. There's a duck too. What the heck? I kind of want to go on that side of the river and steal the stone from there, because I kind of like the cliff face we have here. So we're gonna go on a little day's ride here. Kind of unnecessary, but your boy is a little bit dramatic sometimes. Let's go. Let's enjoy the peaceful air today. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm all the emotions at once right now about the create mod. I feel like it looks like so much fun, but it's kind of like, have you guys ever been just absolutely smitten by somebody? Smitten? Nikki, where are you coming up with these words? It must be the caffeine. It must be all that dang YouTube swagger really hitting these days. But so anyways, you just get absolutely smitten by somebody, and you're thinking like, oh man, I should go up and talk to this person. And it's exciting, it's interesting, but you just have no idea what to say. That's kind of what I think about the create mod in as few words as possible. It seems interesting, but also intimidating at the same time. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe a quick little hey, what's up could turn into something kind of nice. It might turn into one of my favorite mods of all time. Did we already pick up 64 andesite? What in the world? There's no way. There's no way we just picked up a stack like that. I like how earlier it said we had no paper. What happened now? What happened just now? We're totally up now. So the cool thing about the create mod, if you aren't familiar with it, is it's kind of like this automation mod. So you can automate a lot of the farms, and it's just really cool and nerdy, which I love. I love that nerdy stuff. Oh, we got some carrots out here. I'm gonna grab this coal while we're here, just because I need to repair the old pickaxe here. Luckily, we got mending on this bad boy, so she's a straight up beast. Just like Bessie here. Straight beast. Oh, look at this little cutie. There's a little hedgehog out here. Maybe we could get a picture of Bessie and the hedgehog. There we go. Now we got a photo of Bessie with the hedgehog, so we can kind of share these little memories. Something else I like about photography too, in the mod pack here, is if you check in the inventory, it actually tells you the day and the time that you took the photo. So that's kind of cool. So we got some little memories here. Oh, hear the birds chirping. Honestly, you just know if you were out here in these woods, you just know the air would be so crisp. The lungs would be loving it. It'd be like, oh my gosh. I wonder if we can get a view of the house from here. Not quite. Not quite from this angle, because our house is just past the tree line there. While we're here, let's grab this iron. Let's grab it. So I gotta be honest with you guys. The last couple of days, I've been, Nikki, you been in a funk? What? No way. There ain't no way. I don't know. I've just been kind of overthinking things a little bit. And, so I had to take a little bit of a break from recording, and it felt so weird to not record for a couple of days. I don't know about you guys. Hold on. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up if you guys are, kind of like me and you just have to be doing stuff all the time. I don't know. For whatever reason, I was really trying to record something, but it just didn't turn out right. And sometimes I'm a little bit stubborn and I'll just like kind of do it anyways. For whatever reason, the vibes just, they weren't right. But I think after taking a couple days off of recording, I got my vibes back. Let's get another shot of Bessie out here. We're running through this film. I feel like we're shooting like Kodak or something. Get that Porta 150 or something. Wait, no, not 150. Porta 400. That's the one. That's the one. That's my favorite. I think we already checked out this ruined nether portal over here. But I think we got everything I really wanted. Should we just take the, honestly, I kind of want to just steal the nether portal. Because we need to repair up our obsidian tools that we have. So we're taking this. We are taking all of this obsidian. Yeah, kind of going back to what I was mentioning earlier about like overthinking. I think actually that is my problem. I do think too much. But I feel like with creativity, or if you're a creative person in general, you're gonna kind of overthink. That's just like the nature of creativity. And I think ideally you kind of want to create stuff from the perspective of just being relaxed. So right now I'm kind of in a more relaxed mood, and I feel like that's why I feel so much better recording now versus trying to like force something, I guess, if that makes sense. Where's old Bessie going? I start yapping for 2 minutes and she wants to wander off. Honestly, I get it though. The heart yearns for adventure. Come back, Bessie. So like I said, Bessie's kind of an old girl, but she's still got speed. She moves at 10 blocks a second. These boots were made for walking. All right, let's enjoy the sunset on our way back. But yeah, it's kind of like, I guess the best way to describe me is I'm a little bit conflicted sometimes. Like my heart wants to create, which in my case, my kind of creative element is just making videos like this. I love to create videos. And also part of me kind of overthinks that sometimes. Let me get a little shot of the sunset here. And I guess basically what I'm trying to say is I love to create, and that's what brings me like contentment. But at the same time, if I overthink and I don't end up creating anything, it just feels kind of weird, kind of miserable in a way. But I feel my best when I'm actively creating and just in a relaxed mood. I don't like to be too serious. I like to just kind of have fun. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I ran out of stuff to say on that topic. But we're back home. We're back in the safety of the homestead. You know, one thing I've never actually learned to do is actually multitask. So if you ever notice when I'm playing the game, when I'm mining and crafting, it's always hard for me to actually play whilst I'm talking. It's like I have to like totally focus on the words I'm saying. It's all right, so we got some pictures here. We got old Bessie on the hillside, Bessie with her hedgehog friends, the horse stable, the house, the like a nice like zoomed in shot of the horse stable, the watchtower, and of course my favorite shot of the day, this sunset with Bessie. So in the kitchen here, actually nah, not in the kitchen. Not in the kitchen. Let's go upstairs. This is like the actual bedroom. This is like the actual bedroom of the house. I do need to redo it, but for now, this is what we have going on. I want to make like a little gallery or something. So, we have a lot of open space above us. But I don't know. I don't think it's... Maybe this isn't the best place to actually build like a gallery. Down here... We do have like an empty room. Maybe we could do... I don't know. I just want a place to display like the photos basically is what I'm trying to get at here. What I'm trying to get at here is basically I want a place to put my photos. Take some cobblestone here. Maybe we could make like a gallery or something. That'd be kind of cool. Well, anyways, let's take our photos here. Just kind of place them down. I'm not sure if there's a way to actually like frame the photos. I'm just kind of placing them on the wall. But they look kind of cool. I like these. So look up and see if there's actually like an item frame thing for these. But yeah, this is like a cool way to kind of decorate your world. I'll have to... Maybe we can make like a scrapbook or something with them. But I mainly wanted the photos out of the inventory because they actually take up quite a bit of space. Okay, so let's actually get into the create mod a little bit. So the first thing we need to make is actually something called andesite alloy. And let's take some of this iron that we have here and smelt this up. So take this iron, throw it in here. Ooh, you know what? Something else we could make is actually an infinite lava source. So maybe while this iron is smelting up here, we can go grab some lava buckets. Because we already have cauldrons and we already have dripstone, so with these two things, we could get to work on that. Oh wait, we already have raw iron nuggets actually. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. This might be a little bit easier. Because this is what we actually need to create the andesite alloy. So I'm gonna grab some iron nuggets here, and basically andesite alloy is kind of like the basis of everything. I'm gonna make a couple of those. Now we have andesite alloy. Then we can take these and make shafts with them. And the cool thing with Homestead is it actually has a quest book here. So if I open this up, this is the first sprout page. But if we come on the left side here and we go down to Cogs and Whimsy, you can see this is the create mods dedicated page. So we have shafted. Craft 8 mechanical shafts. These bad boys transfer motion. Yes, sir. We're taking that. And then we also have the rundown of andesite that we got here. And we also need to make 16 andesite alloy, so we might as well do that while we're here. There's pretty much no reason to not have a lot of andesite alloy, I feel like. Just because you pretty much use it for everything. But yeah, what's kind of cool, you can see here, there's like cog wheels that we can make, water wheels, andesite casings, which we can actually go make now. So while we're heading down towards the mine, let's grab some wood planks here. We're gonna chop down, well actually no, we don't have to chop down any trees. I think we have plenty of logs that we can grab from. let's grab some spruce logs here. And we need to make 16 andesite casings. So to make an andesite casing, all we have to do is take our logs here and simply strip them with our axe. And then we take our andesite alloy and right click it. So you have to actually make these in the world. You can't just like craft it in a crafting table. I think honestly, I was a little bit nervous about doing the create mod because I just don't know anything about it. But you know what? Maybe sometimes discovery kind of is the fun of it, right? If you know everything, doesn't that kind of ruin the whole point of it? It's kind of like dating. That's why I don't like dating apps. Oh, great. Nikki, seriously? Of course, he has to find a way to bring up dating in the video. That's why I don't like dating apps. I feel like they take the fun out of it. Like, the fun of dating for me is discovering the other person. You know what? While we have that moon in the sky, let's head up towards the watchtower, because that'll be a beautiful view from up there. We have to go on a little run though. We gotta move a little bit briskly. He's moving briskly because it's setting kind of fast. But the watchtower will get us like the most beautiful view. Let's make our way up here. So the watchtower was actually part of the property whenever I bought it, but maybe we could get some foreground action in here. Basically, like have the watchtower in the photo a little bit. Let's try jumping down here. A little bit dangerous to be out here at night, but check this out. Now we have the watchtower and the moon. So kind of a cool little shot there. Eat some baked potatoes. But yeah, that's kind of why I don't like dating apps. I think like the fun of dating for me is like meeting the person, not knowing anything about them, and then just learning about them over time. I don't know. Nikki, you're like an old soul out here. You're too traditional for me. Give me that app, baby. I'm swiping. I kind of get it though. Like you can be swiping while you're at work. You on the clock and you're swiping. Manager catches you doing that. Like, dang, super like that. All right, peaceful. Oh, you know what I just realized? I used up all my film and I didn't even take a single photo of the dogs. All this yapping, I didn't even make a dent of progress in this whole thing. But at least we got andesite alloy. That's at least part of it. You know what? Actually, let's open up our backpack here and store some of our create mod stuff in here. And we're gonna head down towards the mine, get some lava for ourselves, and make ourselves an infinite lava source, because that's just that's like one of those things that you just need in a Minecraft world, I feel like. So luckily, what's really cool about this property in particular is we actually have a huge like mine network down here, so we pretty much have like plentiful resources at any given time. You don't have to worry about like running out of iron or anything. So let's head down here. The mines are a little bit dangerous, but we're pretty geared up. Like we really got it like that. So previously I spent a lot more time actually exploring around in Homestead. Something I've been doing recently, or at least in this world, was I really wanted to like explore the features of the Homestead mod pack. So in the previous episode of this series, I kind of like did the exploration thing. I kind of did some of the home building thing. And now I'm just trying to do like the more intricate features of the mod pack, like the create mod, for example. I feel like sometimes when I'm talking in the video, I need to put like 20 commas in my sentences. All right, so we have we have 2 lava buckets now. Do we want to make a third? I mean, nah, we're good. 2 is fine. 2 is more than enough. And I think what I want to do is right underneath the little horse stable, we should make like a little basement or something over there. And I kind of want to turn the horse stable into basically, what's the word for it? Like Nikki struggles with vocab. Like a workshop, I think would be kind of cool. Let's what we're gonna do. Let's make a little workshop today. The squids are squidding. All right, I'm trying to keep an eye out. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. That's an axolotl. That's an axolotl. Come here, squishy. You guys think axolotls are squishy or nah? I feel like they are. All right, come here, baby. Baby, come here. Wait, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That axolotl literally was like, I am not getting in that bucket. I'm willing to die on that hill, and she jumped off a cliff. I'm a little bit traumatized. A moment of silence for that baby. It was a blue one too. It was a blue one too. Oh, a tragedy. A tragedy in one part. We didn't even have like a lead up to that. It was just straight tragedy. I'm getting a teardrop tattoo. Put my thumbnail in the put my face in the thumbnail. It's got a teardrop tattoo. Oh, that might have been the biggest L of all time. I can't believe I'm about to go in creative mode and spawn me an axolotl. That was just absurd. I ain't never seen ridiculousness like that in a video. All right, let's get back up here though. Honestly, 2 L's makes a W, right? Like if you make the L with your hands and you put them together. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm out here trying to be positive. I'm out here trying to make the most of my situation. Let's get our blocky little behind back up here to the surface. Looks a little foggy today. What's going on? We in Silent Hill? Where's Mary at? Where's Mary at in all this? All right, so what I was thinking is the horse stable here. I'm gonna turn this into our little workshop. So instead of it just being like a hay storage room, I'm gonna have like little contraptions, little trinkets in here. So let's start moving some of this stuff. Let's make a little staircase down basically. And I want to have as much headroom as possible. So this is the floor. There we go. I think that should be enough for what I'm wanting. Because right above us is basically the horse stables. And I want to make sure I have obviously 3 blocks of headspace down here. And then also I want to make sure I don't dig into the floor above me. So let's kind of cut out like a little bit of a basement for ourselves here. I want the basement to roughly follow the shape of the building. And then on this side, I want to have like an exterior entrance too. So if we come along this side of the building, it's basically empty over here. We just have like a flat piece of land, but I think it'd be really cool just to have a like a little staircase going down this way. I'm gonna clear out some space, and even this floor is andesite too. So luckily, where our house is, we don't have to worry about andesite. Normally, andesite is like the main limiting factor in the create mod, but not anymore. Not the case. I don't know. I'm really obsessed with the idea of just having exterior like entryways in my builds. There we go. Everything's kind of connected. And now we have like some walkability. Like we can basically, if we're coming from the woods, we can go down here and end up inside of the building. I don't know. I'm obsessed with that kind of stuff. I love having multiple entrances to the builds. I think it just adds so much character, and especially at this stage in the game, after, you know, beating the Ender Dragon and kind of having gear set up for myself. I think it's you know, you have to give yourself like projects just to keep the Minecraft world going. Do we want the... Yeah, we want the staircase here. And then we can also put in some windows here too. Little basement windows. I love these things. And maybe right here we can put all of our cauldrons. So we have 5 of them. And I did not plan for that to end up perfect like that. FYI. Okay, yeah. We can't do that. We cannot have that block go missing. Right, let me make sure my hot bar is ready for this. Let me put our dripstone down there. And now, as these kind of fill in, we can grab the lava from here, fill in these blocks, and we'll have a nice infinite lava source that we can grab from. All right, so now I want to actually start like creating gears and water wheels and stuff. So head back up here and start clearing out some of these hay bales. And the first thing I want to make is something called a mechanical press, which it's kind of like the first basic little machine that you should make in the create mod. We're just going to convert this little space into our workspace. So the create mod, everything you make uses something called stress units, which is basically a way to kind of show how much power something is using. And the first thing we need to make in order to generate that power is some water wheels. So we're just going to grab up, you know what, we might as well just take the stacks here of wood. And we'll just make a small little water wheel. And we can place this water wheel. And basically, the water wheels obviously have to have water flowing over them in order to generate power. We're going to break this and quickly collect this quest reward, which gives us a large water wheel. So the large water wheel obviously takes up more space. And normally you would put these like on the side of a building, like somewhere like that. Actually that looks kind of cool over there. Maybe we could have, normally I was going to put it in the floor and have like a super optimized little building, but I think it'd be kind of fun to have it on the side of the building. Let's do that. Let's take our water wheel here, kind of clear out some space for it. Maybe we'll have like a small like lake on the side of the workshop here. Check that thing out. Big old wheel of water here. Let's clear out some space because the water wheel can't just sit in the water. It actually needs to be flowing. Maybe we could have like a small little like lake or something on along the side of the building here. I kind of want to do 2 water wheels, like 2 large ones. So how we can do that is, I'm pretty sure if we take the small water wheel and surround it with planks, we can get another large one. There we go. Now we have 2 of them. I'm not really sure if this makes sense. Like, I don't know what a water mill looks like in real life, but I'd imagine it looks something like this. There we go. You can see if we put some water down there, now the wheel can start spinning. Grab some more water buckets. There we go. Make a infinite lava or infinite water source over here. And I'm gonna quickly decorate just like a small little pond over here. I actually really like this idea. I don't know why. Just the idea of having what's basically a combination building also be a water mill is just kind of cool to me. So I'm gonna clear out some of this land here. Basically just fill it all in with water. And what's really cool too is we have these dirt slabs we can use. So we can kind of fill in the floor and make it look a little bit nicer. Just a tiny bit nicer. Alright, this is like the probably the least attractive little body of water ever, but it's okay. It has a great personality. We can decorate it a little bit with half slabs here. Yeah, it's just like a little pond basically. I think we could decorate it a little bit better with some foliage, but that's kind of the idea I wanted to go for. I'm gonna clear out some of these blocks here. Just give the water wheel like more space to actually turn. And we can fill in these with our terrain slabs like that. And I'm not sure if the water flowing like affects the water wheel speed or not. You need to get rid of the roof here though. Let me get rid of those really quick and place them back. Oops, I created myself a little dilemma. What we need to actually do, I need to basically get rid of this water right here really quick and replace those water wheels so that way the water's actually flowing. Looks like we're already on day 69 too. Alright, there we go. Now we just need this water flow this way. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. I just had to get the actually what I kind of want to do is have the water drop down an additional level here so that way it can basically flow in one direction like the band. Shout out to Zane. Oh, Shout out to Zane, shout out to Harry. Alright. Kind of quickly fill this dirt back in here. Yeah, it's a little bit wonky, but I kind of like it. At least for now. We can always change it later if we really need to. Yeah, just like a small little flowing river this way. Generating some power, and then it'll kind of end off here. Kind of fix the area underneath our build here. So it actually like looks supported and it's not just on dirt. We can actually replace some of these with our mossy bricks that we have. Perfect. Now we have just like a small little water outlet here. We could add like a drain or something. I'm not sure if there's like a drain block. But like a sewer grate right there would look kind of cool. Yeah, now we have like a little water mill. And then if we come in here, cut this part of the wall out, we can have an andesite shaft coming through here. So we can bring the power into the building basically. And then from here, let's actually make some cogwheels. So right now, you can see the water wheel is flowing pretty slowly. So what we can do to actually speed that up is by making the cogwheels like I mentioned. Oh, the wandering trader like snuck up on me. That was kind of scary. He like opened the door. Got a llama. Wait, what is he trading actually? California poppy. Holly sapling, cypress, bucket of pufferfish. Huh. That's kind of cool. He's just chilling. Okay, so to make a cogwheel, all we need is some wood planks. So we'll make a large one and also a small one. So let's connect a large cogwheel to this. Then we can see this cogwheel is moving at the same direction as, or the same speed as the water wheel. But if we connect a small cogwheel, the small cogwheel is actually moving a little bit faster. So by interlocking the different cogwheels together, we can actually have something that moves at a much faster speed than the water wheel. So that was like another little quest item done here. What's kind of cool about the quest book is it gives you like more of the item that you're using, which is really nice. The next thing we need to make is actually the mechanical press here. And another thing too, if we actually hold W on a create item, it actually gives you like a small little pop-up and shows you how it works. So we can place an item on a depot here and this presses down and gives us sheets, which is the next object that we need. So we can make a depot just by getting andesite casing. Put the depot there. That's gonna have to move, but then for the mechanical press, we need a shaft, a casing, and a block of iron. So it's a little bit expensive, having to make a whole block of iron, but luckily we have enough. So let's make our mechanical press. And that's another quest item done here. And it looks like it actually wants us to make 2 depots. We'll make another one. And let's connect our mechanical press to the cogs here. And we'll put a depot underneath it. And what we can do with this is let's take some of this gold that we have in our inventory. And if we place this down, you can see the mechanical press moves kind of slow because we don't have enough cogs to make it go any faster. But let's press these into sheets. I'll have to add more gears so this can go a little bit faster, but that's kind of the basic idea of that. I also want to find a way to trap the wandering trader. I think if we put him in a wagon, he'll kind of stay with us. Let me move this. Actually, no, we have a wagon down here we can take. I kind of want the trader to live at our house with us. I'm getting kind of lonely out here in the woods. I'm gonna take this animal cart, which is part of the Nifty Carts mod. And let's find that trader. Where's he at? This is actually kind of a good spot for him, right in front of the workshop. Let's see if he'll get into it. Either he will or the llamas will. There we go. Yeah, you can just hang out there. Alright, let's make sure Jazzy gets back in the house with us. So in real life, Brookie and Jazzy are they're my 2 dogs, my 2 little dachshunds. And I absolutely adore them. They are the most needy, cute little babies ever. So what we need the metal sheets for is one, we need the engineer's goggles, and we also need the wrench. So we can actually make the wrench right now. The engineer's goggles, we just need one more like piece of gold, which we can go grab really quick. But what's cool with the wrench is we can basically use it to manipulate the different create items. Let's just grab one more gold block here. We already have string and glass, so we can make the glasses now too. So basically the wrench and the goggles are like the next little part of the create mod. Down. I do not want Jazzy near the mechanical press. Get away from this thing. I want him in the house, but I don't want him near the press because that just seems dangerous. That seems so dangerous. Right now to make the goggles, we just need 2 pieces of glass, some string, and now we have the engineer's goggles. So we can put these on, and luckily we have the trinket slot. Otherwise, it would take our helmet space, but with the trinkets mod, we have a extra space for it. So what's cool with the goggles is with these equipped, we can actually look at the different items in create and see how many stress units they're taking. So the mechanical press here is using 64 stress units. And if we come out here, we can look at the water wheels here and see that these are generating 512 stress units. So this isn't nearly like overpowered yet or overloaded. So let's see if we can actually speed up our little mechanical press. We're gonna use the wrench actually here. What's cool with the wrench is we can right click our items and it instantly puts it in our inventory. So we no longer have to use like tool durability. So yeah, you can see this one is moving a lot faster, but now it's just kind of in a weird spot. So I have to sort of figure out how I want to do this. Maybe this large cogwheel can go here. So what we can do to kind of divert the power where we want it is we can make something called a gearbox here. So I'm gonna grab one of these. We can also make a regular gearbox too. And what these do is they basically invert like a signal that you have, like the rotational force of this, and it basically moves it for you. You can see here, now the cogwheels are vertical. And it's much easier to kind of place them where I want them to go. But I'm going to rearrange this really quick here. Go back with my original idea that I had. This isn't like the most amazing layout ever. But I don't know. I don't even know, to be honest with you, how to figure this out. Maybe I should start off with having the depot right here. Having the mechanical press up here. This needs to go down like that. I'll just kind of work backwards. So I have to do a little bit of rearrangement of the layout here. But I think it'll be kind of worth it. For some reason, it's hard for me to like wrap my head around the whole idea of these gears. Day 70. But at least we have our little workshop kind of coming together here. And this is just like a really basic kind of look at the create mod, or at least like the fundamentals of it, or like an intro to it. I think I'll just kind of have it set up like this. I kind of move the gears into the wall so they don't take up so much space. The mechanical press still moves a little bit slow, but if I had more space, I'd be able to actually fill this in with gears. But yeah, that's like a little basic tool that we can use the create mod for. We can actually just press the rest of these into sheets because the next thing we can actually make is a mechanical saw. So we need a couple of iron sheets for that. The wandering trader's just kind of hanging out front the workshop here. Actually, while we're waiting for those to press, let's see if our lava buckets are ready to go. Yep, perfect. Looks like these are good to go. Nice. Now we have 4 lava source blocks. We just need one more. While we're here, we might as well fix the basement, because right now it has a dirt roof, which I'm not a huge fan of. Quickly kind of replace this up with some cobblestone here. So something else we can make too is actually an automatic cobblestone generator, but that'll be a little bit later on. Obviously, you can use like a lava bucket and water to make cobblestone, but with the create mod, you can actually make it like drill for you, so it'll just kind of generate cobblestone for you passively. And actually, this is a great moment to actually take a little photo here. So I'm gonna make a couple more rolls of film. Just grab 9 shots for ourselves. Take a little photo of our watermill that we have here. This is our first little create structure. Also take a photo of the wandering trader too. We can just kind of have these in the room here. Now we have just like a oversized photo of the wandering trader. I definitely need to figure out a way to get this like the paintings like framed up, but they at least look kind of cool. Maybe let me look that up actually. Okay, so to make the mechanical saw, let me check up the recipe really quick. All we need is 3 iron sheets, a ingot, and an andesite casing. And what's kind of cool about this is let's get it made here. And then we also need to make a hand crank. So with these 2 items, the hand crank and the saw here. Actually, really quick, I'm gonna take a photo of this this moon here. This looks gorgeous. What the heck? There we go. The wandering trader is still hanging out here. So let's take our saw here and find the biggest tree we have. Basically, the saw allows us to cut down trees without using durability on our tools. But the only downside of that is that it does use hunger, so it's not as efficient as using an axe, but for really large trees, it can be a little bit more convenient, I feel like. So through the woods here is actually a pretty huge like spruce forest. If we sprint over here really quick, I'll be able to demonstrate the power of the hand crank saw here. Just a quick little run through the woods. Something else I need to make is another shield. We do have a totem kind of on our trinket slot, but for whatever reason I never bothered making another shield. Wait, this guy's a chef hat. What the heck? It's awesome. That's pretty swaggy. That's pretty swaggy. Alright, I'm gonna take out one of these big trees here, so like these 4 block wide trees. So I'm gonna throw our hand crank here and our saw, and if we spin this here, you can see it's slowly chopping down the tree. But you can also see it's taking our hunger pretty fast, which is like the only downside of it. What's kind of interesting too is I just noticed that on the UI you can actually see the hunger bar depleting, like on the right. There's like a small little outline to show that your hunger is going down. But yeah, it's in vanilla Minecraft, if you were to chop down that tree, it would take forever because you'd have to break every individual block. But in this current instance, we have falling tree. I forget which one it is. I think it's Panda's falling tree. So sometimes it's faster to use the axe, but what's cool about the saw here is if we actually attach it to like a wheel or a turning thing, we can actually have it like automatically cut down trees for us, so we don't have to use like the crank to power it. There's a bunch of creepers over here. Knock them all out of here. Alright, let's get ourselves back home. But yeah, the saw is like another basic little thing from the create mod. And now what we need to actually make is something called super glue. So for that, we're going to have to actually head back to the nether and find some slimes. I mean, I'm sure we could find some in the caves underneath our house, but I haven't seen any. So the one place I do know for sure that we have slimes is the nether. So I'm going to head back there and see if we can find some. First, I'm going to clean up the inventory a little bit. Right now, we have just a bunch of junk in our backpack, so got to get rid of some of this. All right, there we go. We got our inventory nice and sorted out now. So let's head towards the nether. See if we can find ourselves some slimes. Actually, before I go, I'm going to make myself a little shield here. Might as well have one. So like I was saying, here in the trinket slot, we actually have our totem here. So we don't have to actually have it in our offhand, which is kind of nice. So it's been a couple days since I've been in the nether, but I believe if we check the inventory, or check the map here, we need to head towards these toxic heaps over here. So I'm going to set a temporary waypoint, and we just have to head off in this direction. Something else we can actually put on too is I have this wildfire crown helmet, and this gives us fire resistance, which is pretty sweet. So if we find ourselves in lava, we don't have to worry about it, thankfully. Alright, let's make our way to the toxic heap. And what's kind of cool with these the slimes that are in this mod pack, they actually drop like name tags because they're named. Oops, I forgot to get myself golden boots. I might have to go grab some. Yeah, let me go do that really quick. I also want to take these mushrooms. I feel like these look kind of cool as a decorative thing. But we just hit day 72. I'm gonna quickly go grab some gold so we can make boots. Then we can travel through the nether a little bit safer. While we're doing that, I want to see if I can put these mushrooms down. Yes, I can't. Maybe they have to go on a netherrack. Never mind, we'll get rid of those. I was thinking we could like put them around the property and basically have them like be like an additional little decorative element, but it doesn't look like we can do that for now. I really like the way the sun rays kind of come over the house. I think it looks really, really nice. Luckily we have plenty of gold here. I'm gonna take let's take our protection 2 chest plate here. There we go. So we got a little bit of a mix match going on with the armor. Now we can travel through the nether without having to worry about things like trying to hit us. Something else that's kind of cool too is if you look in the top or the bottom left, you can actually see our armor bar is like matching what armor we have on. So it's like gold, iron, diamond, like all the different blocks that we have. Yeah, I have so much fun just playing Homestead. I feel like this mod pack is just like, it's just very satisfying to play. Honestly, I feel kind of selfish playing it. Like, for me, it's fun. It's fun for me. So we just have a small little trek through the nether. Also in the nether too, we actually have a little shortcut to our stronghold, so maybe we could take a look at that too on the way back. But I do like the overhauled biomes in the nether. I think they look really, really cool. For me, the nether is like my least favorite biome in the game. I think most people would agree with that. I don't know of anybody who actually likes coming to the nether. But the inclusion of different biomes here, I think, makes it a little bit more enjoyable to explore around. And I believe there's even added dungeons too. So the last time I was in the nether, we checked out some of the strongholds, like the custom ones that they added in. Zoom in around, see if I can see anything. Like on the map here, down to the left, there's a little stronghold over here that's kind of custom. But we're only a little bit away. So we do have fire resistance on our helmet. But what's kind of weird with it is we won't burn if we're in the lava, but when we're out of it, we actually start burning. Which is kind of weird. Let's just bridge our way over. Oops. See right there, I kind of dipped in the lava by accident. But yeah, you can see with the fire resistance, we don't have to worry about actually like burning. At least for a little bit. So we're on fire right now. Oh, what the heck? This guy has like full diamond everything. Zombified piglin. I kind of want to take his stuff. See if we can, maybe we could dunk him in some lava. That way we don't aggro them. I guess they, not really any way to kill him without the other piglins attacking us. We really don't need what he has. I'm just kind of a loot goblin sometimes. Alright, if we make our way past this this bastion, we should be able to find some toxic slimes for ourselves. Maybe on the way back, we'll kind of head through there. See if we can find some netherite scraps. Grab a bunch of cobblestone really quick. Or netherrack, my bad. My bad. Let's kind of just bridge over here. Let's take a look inside here. Pretty sure we haven't been to this one yet. Sometimes it's worth kind of checking these out. Alright, so we're only a couple steps away from the toxic like waste thingy that's over here. This is usually where we can find some slimes, so toxic heap. Kind of reminds me of like Fallout. In Fallout 4 you can go to like the glowing sea. That's sort of what this biome reminds me of. I'm looking around. I see some toxic slimes over here, but we also have to be careful because phantoms can spawn in over here too. We got some slimes here, or slime blocks. I feel like maybe we could actually use these. So super glue, we need slime balls, iron nuggets, Yeah, I mean, okay, there we go. That works. So we don't have to actually kill any slimes. We can just grab these. These look kind of freaky too, because they're like translucent. What's going on over there? I do kind of want to kill some of the toxic slimes so we can get more name tags. Because we need to name some of the horses that we have. Okay, definitely not that way. We'll just build ourselves up here. But yeah, here comes a phantom right here. Yeah, it adds new enemies into the game, which is kind of cool. Honestly, when I made the world, I should have like turned off phantoms. I wonder if that would take them out of the nether too. Maybe the slimes are beneath us actually. Oh, that's a new biome. Hold on, I'm kind of distracted right now. I'm trying to figure out what all these new little locations are. Here we go. Here's a slime. So if you kill them, they drop a name tag, which I don't think is really like intended. That's just kind of how they add like story to the mobs, basically, is to name them. But just gonna kind of use it for our advantage here. They can jump like really far. Okay, so we got a couple of name tags now. Trying to figure out what this biome is down here. Those trees look really cool. They have like lava in them. Dude, that's awesome. You 100% have to go down here. Oh shoot. Oh boy. That was not what I wanted to do. Alright, thankfully our fire resistance is like keeping us alive right now. Sure, we can eat some steaks. We do have a golden apple if I if I mess up that badly again. Let me check out some of these geodes while we're here. I genuinely just like taking my time whenever I play Minecraft. I don't like to rush the game. That's kind of why I like Homestead as a mod pack. Is there's not like a there's not any sort of reason to rush. You can take as little or as much time as you want. All right, so I want to check out these trees here. Looks like we got poisoned again. So brimwood logs, dude, these things are cool. So let's chop one of these things down. I guess the panda's falling tree doesn't really recognize these as a like a tree. I kind of want to grab some of these. I think this would be a fun like building block to use. But you know what? Maybe the saw we have could chop these down in one go. These are definitely pretty cool. I don't really know how much I'm gonna use them. I just dodged that slime so crazy. All right, let's see if the saw will let us chop this thing down in one go. There we go. Sweet. I cannot tell y'all how excited I was for that to work. Brimwood sapling. Dude, that's awesome. So I guess the axe only works if it's like a vanilla tree. So I'm gonna chop down this one too. Dude, this is sweet. I'm actually excited that the create blocks are actually working. They're actually working for me. Let's grab up our saw. Sweet, so we have brimwood saplings. We have 25 brimwood logs. Grab the rest of these ones. All right, let's head towards that. There's actually like a little camp or something over here. Then when we get back home, we can actually make our super glue. That was like the whole point of coming down here, was to get our super glue. Quartz flats. Get rid of this skeleton. I hear ghast. Achievement made strange biomes. So quartz flats is where we're at. It's pretty cool. All quartz. Guess that kind of makes sense, right? I feel like this is like the opposite of the nether. It's like all white instead of being like super dark and red. But check this out. Found a enchantment book in here, an axe. Grab that. Actually, we need to grab this gilded blackstone and use that for the what is it called? Obsidian tools. I'm just gonna steal some of this stuff. Also taking these soul lanterns. These are kind of cool too. For whatever reason, I really don't like making lanterns. I feel like they're just kind of annoying because you have to get iron and then torches. I just like stealing them if I can. Taking these chains too. Oh, check that out. Warped fungus on a stick. Ruby potion, capacity 1. Interesting. We found a banner here. I'm gonna take this. Looks kind of cool. It's got the wither on there. Cool little artwork. All right, let's just grab some more of this gilded blackstone, and then I'm gonna grab the I'm gonna check out that bastion that we passed by on the way here, and then we'll make our way back home and actually oh, I hear music, and actually make that super glue that I was talking about. So the super glue by itself is kind of doesn't really do anything, but you can use it to actually connect up your contraption. So when we start making like harvesters and like moving parts, the super glue connects everything together. All right, I'm moving away from this music. I don't know if it's copyrighted or not. Piglin's hanging out. All right, so now I'm gonna actually build my way up on this side of the building. Normally this is where all the oh, actually, you know what? I'm on the wrong side. I need to go on the inside of this bastion and then go up. Okay, there we go. So I do have to be a little bit careful with the hoglins here. So day 73. I pretty much just have to like block the mobs with blocks. They don't have like the fastest reaction time to actually fight them. I just kind of play it safe when it comes to actually like fighting them. Alright, so now we can check these chests without having to worry about anything. What do we got here? We got obsidian. We found ancient debris, which is kind of nice. Got some spectral arrows. Right, I'm gonna grab all this stuff. Then, if we... on this side, we have another little room we can dig into. Thankfully, we can just make like a little window and attack all the brutes, so we don't have to actually fight them. I accidentally hit some of the piglins, which I feel kind of bad about. This guy's got a crossbow. See if we can get him to come over here. All right, same kind of thing here. Block off the staircase. A smithing template for ruby stuff. Oh, we found a diamond pickaxe, which is kind of nice. So, not like the craziest loot from this bastion, but at least we got something. We could also bridge over there too, because the main loot is usually in this building over here. Yeah, the trouble is we have to be careful with all the piglins around here. I haven't actually bothered making any like glowstone lights. Maybe we can mess around with these. These can be kind of fun to play with. Grab some of that. Let's make our way down here. It might honestly be easier just to like go from the wall and just kind of like dig down that way. Something like this. All right, we're slowly getting there. All right, here we go. Now we're level with all this stuff. Let's see if we can get this piglin brute to come to us. All right, so we're not doing too bad. Got piglins on this side, but that's not a big deal. Oh, looks like they're gone. Quickly go grab this stuff here. Oh, netherite ingot. That's really nice. It's very, very nice. I'm just gonna like block myself off here really quick. This is like the super cheesy way to raid the nether fortress here. A lot of this stuff I don't know if I'll end up keeping. The netherite ingot is really, really nice though. I'm gonna grab this smithing template. I'm gonna grab these gold blocks. Oh yeah, I can hear all the piglins getting super mad that we're breaking their gold. Okay, we're taking this gold and we're getting out of here. All right, let's make it out of here. We left with our lives, which is good. It's a good sign. All right, now we just have to head, I think, east, and we'll be back home. All right, let's just bridge our way over here. And on the way back, we can stop by the actual not nether fortress, the stronghold. For some reason, it's kind of hard for me to remember all the structure names. All right, that crown of fire that we have is literally a lifesaver right now. I would have died so many times if I didn't have this thing on. I'm gonna put on our diamond helmet that we have though. We also have some new diamond pants too. But yeah, you can see where the backpack really comes in handy, because we have so much stuff. We also completed some quests. Let's actually take a look at this. So we got the depot quest done here. We got our wrench one. Got our goggles. And we even have our hand crank. So that's getting us like a bunch of like cogs and just really nice, easy stuff. So we got a netherite ingot. Debris gathered. It's time to refine it into scraps in a furnace. Oh, okay, cool. So we have our free netherite ingot that we got. So I guess this is just part of the netherite or the nether like set. Oh, we killed 10 piglin brutes and we got a block of gold and a totem. Oh, check this out. I guess you can actually upgrade your elytra and make a netherite paraglider. That's pretty sweet. Let me pick up my zinc again. That's actually really cool. All right, once we make it back home, we have a lot of sorting that we have to do. As you can see, the backpack is just full of stuff. So just off to the side here, we have our little stronghold portal here. And the stronghold in this mod pack is actually pretty sweet. I feel like it looks super, super cool. The only downside is it's so big that it's actually pretty easy to get lost inside of. But if we step into the main room here, you can see just how overhauled and massive it actually is. Yeah, we stopped here during the first little episode. I haven't gotten around to actually exploring it. Looks like we just found like a bedroom over here. Look how cool this looks. Oh, let's grab these item frames. These are sweet. Item frames are always nice because I don't like getting leather. Looks like we just have some random gear in here. Oh, we have a quiver. I have one of these already. We got a mug. Oh, we got copper ingots. Raw copper, some string. I also grabbed these coin pouches while I was in the nether, but I really don't know what these are for. I'm not sure what we're supposed to use those for, but overgrown music disc. It's kind of cool. We're just finding some random gear in here. Got like chainmail sets. We don't really need to take any of this with us, but it is cool to look through. We're definitely taking the iron though, because this is kind of nice. Blue bomb. Don't know what that's for. Oh, check this out. Sharpness 3. We could put that on our sword. Pretty cool. Cool little fortress. And of course, there's tons and tons of mobs in here because it's basically pitch black. I think normally whenever I get lost in the normal fortress, so this can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes. It's like all kinds of overgrowth in here. Corpse plants. Things do not look friendly. Whatever the heck these are supposed to be. Oh, there's like prison cells over here. Oh, we found diamond horse armor. Wait, that's sweet. We are 100% taking that. 100% taking the diamond horse armor. But yeah, it's like prison cells in here, and they're all they're mostly empty. This one has something in it though. Iron bars, some chains. We'll take the chains because we can use those. Get rid of this zombie spawner. Emerald in here, some coal. Just like random little loot. I mean, being a prison cell, you wouldn't really find anything too amazing in there, I'd imagine. Okay, let's make our way out of here. Yeah, I just wanted to quickly stop in here and show you guys the stronghold while we were here. Yeah, I do want to explore it at some point, but it's so massive and it's kind of like overwhelming in a way to actually try to explore it. Get rid of these ashes. We don't need those. We don't need to be carrying around Grandpa's ashes. But yeah, through here, I made like a little cutout in the wall. Through here leads to the actual portal room. It's like a very indirect way. Do you guys think we should actually stop and get the elytra while we're here? A bed here too. We have a water bucket. I mean, I guess we could. We do have plenty of water. We could go to the end and get an elytra, but I'm not sure where the nearest like end city is. Quickly get rid of some of this junk that we have in the inventory. I'll actually drink this sun pale moot, like our little drink here. It makes us nauseous, but it gives us regen for 3 minutes. which is kind of nice. Actually, while we're here, let's take a picture of the nether portal. Or the end portal, I should say. Like I was saying, I keep getting the two things confused, but I'm trying to debate. I need to look up actually what I need to go to the end. This is so tempting, just to grab the elytra real quick and then come back. I don't know. We'll figure that out later though. Let's just take our stuff back and work on the create stuff first. And then if we have some time later, then we can go get the elytra. I mean, I feel like for my little living situation that I'm in, having like the horses is more than enough. I don't really feel the need to have an elytra at the moment. I'm gonna actually like block off the path here. That way it's really easy to not get lost. That's kind of what I do to in vanilla Minecraft. I basically just block off all the pathways that don't really help me. We also have this like this mushling here. I don't know what we can do with him. Oh wait, we can pick him up. Wait, hold on. I'm taking this guy home with us. This thing is cute. This thing is cute. Can we put him in like our backpack or something? Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. Don't go in there. Don't go in there yet. Don't go in there yet. Okay, okay, wait, we can sprint with them in our hands. We could do this. We're gonna take him back home. I think it's freaking adorable. Alright, we don't have too far to get back to the house. I'm gonna play in third person, because in first person, all we see is the back of this guy's head. We should name him like Toad or something, like from Mario. Oh, I gotta be honest, the only Mario game I've ever played is Paper Mario. Well, no, I guess that's not true. I've played Mario 64 for like the DS, but Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64 was my favorite game of all time for like a long time. Well, maybe not my favorite game of all time, but it was definitely up there. That was like the one I had the most fond memories of. I also liked Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. That's a really fun GameCube game. Oh, since we're talking about the GameCube, that's actually my favorite console. That and the PS3 are my two favorite consoles, if I had to pick. Hey, there we go. We're back home. Oh no. Oh no. We just launched this guy and backed into the nether. Oh, what the heck. This poor guy. We literally yeeted him into the nether. Alright, put him down. And then I wonder if we can give this guy cozy crumbs like we did the we have another little critter that's out here. I don't think I've shown him yet in the video, but he's a what is he? I don't even know what he's called. He's basically just a, I think it's like a fernling or something, this little guy. I wonder if we can make this mushling our little buddy. Okay, I got cozy crumbs. We got this from a mystical trader that was wandering around. Oh, here he is. There we go. We got him. Sweet. Now we have a mushling and a fernling. These guys are adorable. So the fernling, when he walks around, he like plants stuff for you, which can be a little bit annoying sometimes. Sometimes I don't want to have to clean all this up, but it's okay. They're adorable. They can get away with it because they're adorable. Let's get this diamond horse armor on. Who do we want it on? Do we want it on Bessie or Dark Horse? I guess we'll put it on Dark Horse. Yeah, the diamond and black goes so tough. That goes so tough. So I'm gonna actually equip our quiver here. So now we have all these different arrows that we'll be able to actually use without having them in our inventory, which is kind of nice. So if we want to use our crossbow, that's kind of an option now. All right, so let's actually make our super glue now. I think we just need andesite alloy and slime balls. Let's see. Yeah, so iron sheet, slime balls, and an iron nugget, and that will give us super glue. So we can use super glue to basically attach different creations together. So now we have super glue. But you can see if we right click blocks, we can basically select different like objects and connect all of them together. But that's not really particularly helpful for just like a house like this, but If we come back over here to our little workshop, shout out to the Wandering Trader. You know, we have some moving parts here, and we could connect everything together if we needed to. Yeah, super glue is kind of like the next little part in all of this. Yeah, we need to press a couple more gold ingots, but this thing is taking way too long. So let's actually let's see if we can move some of this around and make it a little bit faster. Okay, so now you can see the mechanical press should work a lot better. It's just not in the most beautiful looking position here. But at least it's a lot more efficient, so hey, can't complain about that. So we just need to make a couple of sheets here. I believe we need to have 5 iron sheets, and then we need to get 5 golden sheets. So place down some gold ingots here, let that press down. Yeah, you can see this moves a lot faster. Maybe we should actually move this down to the basement. Okay, cool. So we got our golden flakes and our iron flakes. And we got corn too. I don't know what this is for, but I guess we might as well plant it somewhere, right? So we have our farm out here that we can plant this at. And I was thinking, now that we have super glue, we can make something called a windmill. Where do you guys think a good spot for a windmill would be? I was thinking maybe like over here in this little empty area. That'd be kind of a fun spot for it. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll have a little windmill out here. Dude, this is so much fun. I have so much fun doing like Minecraft worlds like this because I can just like take my time and just enjoy the process. Okay, we also need to clean up our inventory, but that's not like I mean, it is critical, but it's not super critical. We can like get away with not doing it for a little bit. All right, I think we can just plant the corn right here. Get our little corn kernels. I wanted to call them corn flakes, but that's not what they are. They're corn kernels. We can plant them right there. I think that'd be a good spot for them. All right, let's go sort our inventory. So since we have so much clutter in our inventory, what we want to do is actually make something called an item vault. So for an item vault, we need barrels and we also need iron sheets. So I'm going to get all this iron pressed up here so we can get a bunch of sheets. And the item vault, I believe, stores more stuff than just a regular chest. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll have to figure that out as I go here. Okay, so while these are pressing, let's see. What else can we really do? I guess all we have to do is wait for these to kind of press down. And let's make some item vaults here. Okay, so we just hit day 76. And I guess I was mistaken about the item vault. I think we need something to actually connect to this somehow. Item vaults can be used to store a large selection of items. Items cannot be taken or... Okay. So I guess what we have to do is build like a belt system in order for this to work. Which I may not want to do right now. Okay, so we'll have to store these around and see if we can find a different solution to clear out our inventory. But either way, that's something we could get into eventually. So I think for now I'll just kind of sort my inventory manually. We do have a lot of chests up here that I can kind of put stuff into. Okay, so it took just a little bit of time, but at least we don't have to worry about our inventory being like super cluttered. So we got most of the stuff out. And something else I noticed is we actually have a ruby smithing template and then also a netherite template too. So I'm pretty sure we have the ability to actually make netherite gear now. So let me see how this works. I think we just have to put this into a smelter here, let that kind of melt down. Because we already have a netherite ingot, so we could easily upgrade our pickaxe here. Oh yeah, we have a bunch more netherite scraps than I thought. Dude, we could have had netherite this whole time. What the heck? See, I think we need to upgrade everything to obsidian first, and then we can go to netherite. So let me make sure everything is like repaired first here. Then I think to make netherite scraps, it needs to like this or something. I really don't remember. I'll have to look this up actually. Okay, now I see what's going on here. So we have 2 netherite ingots. We have 1 ruby ingot. Let's see, I feel like we can do this. We're gonna put our pickaxe in there. Get our first little piece of netherite gear. Then we can do 1 more. Should we do our sword? Or should we do our armor? Our armor is not enchanted at all, so it's kind of like it might be kind of pointless to do. So let's just do our sword. And we also need to repair our tools that we have here. So let's just upgrade everything we have to obsidian. So we need to melt down some of this obsidian blocks that we have here. Oh, we have more obsidian in here too. So I'm gonna move all this stuff over to the workshop over here. Because over here is where all of our like smelting stuff is. There we go. Now we have a full thing here. Now let's just get all this obsidian melted here. Then we can actually upgrade all of our gear here to obsidian gear. So while that's cooking up, I'm trying to think like where exactly I want the windmill. I think I basically want it right here in this little open spot. Originally this was going to be like an animal farm, but I think a windmill here would look kind of cool. See how all the crops are doing. Then I also want to figure out how to use the ruby upgrade. So we have 1 ruby ingot and a ruby smithing template. Okay, so to make a ruby pickaxe, we just need a ingot and a smithing template and a pickaxe. So we can actually do this like right now, basically. Yeah, let's do it. We do need to keep 1 ruby smithing template though, just so we don't have to go and like find one again. So check this out. Provides haste when in main hand, so I believe that lets us mine faster. Or it should in theory. Hold on. I'm trying to think of where I can like test this thing out. Oh, holy crap. Yeah, that is like significantly faster. Oh, this thing is a beast. What the heck? This thing is sweet. Okay, let's upgrade the rest of our stuff. We just need to get some more obsidian templates from the house over here. Okay, let's put all of our gear in there. Actually, let's take off our gear first and then put it in here. So after this, we'll have like a full obsidian set, which is pretty sweet. It's like dark and looks super dope. It's pretty awesome. Wait, I wonder if we can actually upgrade our backpack to obsidian. Oh, we can't. It can only go to netherite. We need 1 more netherite ingot, and that will be like the maxed out backpack. Right now, ours is diamond, but if we had 1 more ingot, we could make that happen. I'm gonna put our templates and stuff in this diamond chest. This is gonna be like where all the valuable stuff goes, just so I don't break it by accident. So we got a couple of quest things done here. Looks like another rainy night. I'm gonna actually sleep just because I haven't slept in a while. I don't want any phantoms to show up on the overworld here. All right, so day 77. This is pretty sweet. I'm so glad we have a ruby pickaxe now. And we basically have more netherite than I know what to do with. So the good thing with netherite, or not netherite, with obsidian is we can repair all of our stuff if we need to. But yeah, now that we have ruby gear, we pretty much can just like insta mine everything, I feel like. Which honestly I do need to do. I do need to actually I do need to go get like a bunch of cobblestone to like finish up the workstation here. Also gonna get this painting up here too. Oh, didn't quite place where I wanted it to. Let me try this again. There we go. Now we have a nice big painting of the moon over our house here. I feel like that kind of fills in that space nicely. We do need to add like a shelf around it to kind of help frame it in, but that's kind of the basic little thing here. All right, let's go test out this haste pickaxe, dude. This thing is thing is gonna be so fast. We're literally just gonna be able to clear out everything. Yeah, this is, I feel like this is literally faster than creative mode. This is actually ridiculous. World. Oh, this is awesome. All right, we'll be able to easily get whatever kind of materials we want now. The only thing I need to figure out now too is how to actually use our storage that we have. I'll have to like make like belts and stuff for that. There is also something called drawers that I could kind of play around with too, because we have a lot of stuff in our inventory that we just need to like sort out or figure out what to do with it. All right, just like that, we were able to clear out this like whole thing here. I'm gonna honestly grab the granite here too, because we could use granite for building. I don't normally use it, but I think it'd be kind of cool to make maybe the windmill out of granite or something, just to give it like a little bit more texture. I do need to figure out how to get more like ruby, because I found a ruby ingot, I'm pretty sure, in the nether, but I don't know where to actually like mine it. Because if we can get everything else up to ruby, that would be amazing. Right, honestly, we mined everything so fast that we that we can't really even pick everything up. Yeah, I want to use the I want to make some like granite like bricks or something. I need to kind of fix this wall right here. Right now it's just like dirt, so it doesn't look amazing. But if we kind of replace it all with cobblestone, I feel like that looks a little bit better. Same with this little like lip that we have around the staircase. This needs to be cobblestone as well. There we go. Now we have like a legit staircase down here. So I don't mind that some of the basement is made out of andesite, but I basically just don't want any exposed dirt down here, so we need to get rid of all this and just kind of replace it with cobblestone. I feel like having a mix of cobblestone and andesite for the basement will look kind of cool. And then after this, I kind of want to figure out how to do our windmill. I do know we need to get like some sheep, so I need to find some sheep and shear them up. I think that's pretty much it for that. We have everything else we need. There we go. That's pretty much all that finished up now. Okay, so now I want to actually start framing out our little windmill here. I was trying to think of like, okay, how can I actually sort all my items? I was trying to look into the create mod a little bit, and then there's also a mod that we have installed called Tom's Simple Storage, but I don't know. I don't really want to bother like sorting anything right now. I just want to focus on building. So right here is going to be the spot that we're going to use, and I think I want to actually use like some spruce wood to frame it out. For whatever reason, the spruce wood just looks the best to me. So it looks like we have to actually chop down some trees here. Thankfully, all of our spruce trees are all in one area. I kind of did this in the last episode where I just like sorted everything. Yeah, what's really cool is with the create mod, we can actually make like a functional windmill that actually moves, so it'll look really cool. And then also the windmill acts as like a source of power, so like how we have the water wheels over at the workshop. The windmill also generates power, but I don't think we'll use any of that for now. We have a bunch of dirt we need to place down too. So the reason I'm so concerned about placing down dirt is there's a quest item that I have to do where I have to place down 5,000 things of dirt. And I think right now I'm only at like 800, so I still have a long ways to go with that. I mean, I'm sure if I just like no-lifed it and all I did was place dirt, I could get it done pretty quick. But I just don't want to record myself doing that. I feel like people would get annoyed very quickly if all I was doing was placing dirt. But with that being said, I'm gonna like soften up the land here with some dirt slabs. I think this is honestly my favorite mod in this whole thing is the dirt slab mod. Just because I like my worlds to have this nice like rolling hill kind of effect. And these slabs are like an easy way to kind of create that look. It also makes your world a lot more walkable too, so you don't have to like jump up all the blocks. You can just simply walk wherever you'd like to go. Alright, so let's clear out some of these this grass here. And I want the windmill to kind of face this way. And normally what I do is I like to start off with just a basic little frame. So I'm going to take our spruce that we have here to start framing out kind of where I want everything to go. Might actually need to give ourselves a little bit more space. So typically what I'll do is I'll kind of place blocks in increments of 5, so that way there's a nice little middle section. So this is going to be the tower that goes all the way up, and I'm just going to get all this built in here. I think I want the windmill to be pretty large, so this needs to actually go up 3 floors. We just hit day 78. You know, I really did not think this through, because how am I supposed to get back down? I mean, I guess I could kind of like try to drop down here this way. Honestly, that wasn't so bad. We survived it. So that'll be the start of the windmill, and then basically this is going to be like the main house of it, I guess. Maybe we should have made the windmill like 2 stories instead of 3. That's whatever. We need more spruce. Luckily, we have a lot of trees like all ready to go here. I'm just gonna get all these chopped down here. Then, like I was saying, I want to use granite for the actual walls, just to give our builds like a little bit more texture and character. To kind of remember where all of our item placements were, or our tree placements. Yeah, this is where falling tree really comes in handy. So I always like to take my corners of the build and just kind of bring them out like this. Just because it adds like a little like lip for where the roof is gonna go. Might do that on the windmill too. Not quite sure what I want to do with that. Because the wind sail is basically gonna go here. So yeah, maybe 3 stories was the way to go. Otherwise, the wind sail would be like right where the path is, and that would not be amazing. Be the most amazing thing ever. You know what? Honestly, maybe this should have gone like back further. Go over here a little bit. I feel like it's a little bit cluttered if we have it right here. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna have to quickly dismantle this and move it over there really quick. Because I feel like it's just too close to the pathway. I would much rather it be like off over here. Maybe we don't have to dismantle everything. We can just kind of like move some of it over here. We'll figure this out though. Because another kind of function that I want the windmill to have is I also want it to kind of be like a little storage room as well. Hold on, let me see what this looks like from the house. Because it does kind of block the watchtower if we have it right there. Actually, no, it doesn't. We're totally fine. Let's I'm gonna grab all the stone that we have down here. Just kind of start building out everything. Yeah, I'm gonna commit to leaving the windmill where it is, and then if I need to expand it, I can do that. So here was my idea for the windmill. We could kind of do like a mix of granite blocks like this, something different. I'm just gonna kind of place them randomly, so that way we get like a little texture effect going on. We can fill in the rest with just regular granite here. I'm gonna bring out these little ledges here too. Do I want the watchtower? Or no, this isn't a watchtower. Do I want the windmill to be 2 stories? Maybe that could be 2 stories right there. Not sure what I want this area to be. Maybe this could be the where the animal pen ends up going. Kind of hard to build and talk at the same time. I don't know why. At least for me, it takes me like all of my brain power to concentrate on what I'm doing. Wait, I have an idea. I kind of want to extend this out like a couple of blocks. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna end up dismantling this and maybe going for a different little shape here, because I really want the windmill to kind of be in that corner right there. I'm gonna quickly do this. Right, luckily for us, dismantling it takes a lot less time than building it. I think instead of going for like one of these T-shaped buildings, I kind of just want to go for a more traditional layout. So basically the windmill, like the tower part, is going to be one section, and then there'll just be like a rectangle kind of connected to it, and that'll be like the main building. So a little bit less of an interesting shape, but I think it would just look better overall. I think for me, I'm so used to just playing in creative mode that it's kind of weird playing in survival mode because I can't really quickly see what I'm building. You have to sort of step back and look at it from a distance. Whereas in creative mode, you can kind of like fly back and give yourself perspective on the build. If that kind of makes sense. This isn't taking too long. It's only going to take like a minute or two to get all this out of here. Especially with our haste pickaxe, dude. This thing is so fast. This thing is so fast. But yeah, building the windmill back a little bit. It'll give us a little bit more space out front, which maybe we can fill with more crops or whatever we really want. And just like that, it's already dismantled. It went so fast, we still have to pick stuff up. We still have to pick up after ourselves. Alright, there we go. So crisis averted. I just need to build it up right here. Right where this this tree is here. So I'm gonna actually get rid of this spruce tree. What we're gonna do is just kind of plant some of these random little saplings we have, these little extra ones. Basically, right around here is gonna be the building. So we'll have to actually fill in this hole underneath our base here, but maybe we could use that as our basement because the whole plan for the windmill here is it's gonna obviously be a windmill, but then at the same time it's also going to be like a little storage room sort of thing. I think I'm gonna go for like a split level kind of layout here. Looks like it's starting to rain as well. But yeah, same kind of idea here. We're just gonna frame everything out with our spruce first. Yeah, I think this is a much better spot. Get rid of this tree. Oh wow. That one grew like right before our eyes. Day 80 already, holy cow. That went really fast. What in the world? Alright. So I kinda wanna see what this looks like being only 2 stories. Because last time we did 3 and I felt like it looked just a little bit too thin. I think 2 stories is good. It doesn't have to be like huge. Right, same little dilemma. We have to kind of make our way down here. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, maybe we will go for 3 stories. We'll just kind of bring out the corners again like this. I think the only reason it looks awkward being 3 stories is without the wind sail on it, it just kind of looks really tall and plain. But once we get the sail on there, it'll look a little bit better. Now we just need to fill all this in with dirt. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of the windmill kind of being a weird split level kind of thing. Just something a little bit different. Alright, so same kind of idea. Maybe we won't go with the split level just because it looks kind of... doesn't look as good as I thought it would initially. So, just a little bit of trial and error, but... it's kind of worth it just to get everything just right, at least in my opinion. Alright, so I at least have the shape of the building done here. And I think I'm going to go for like a deep slate roof. I think this will honestly look the best for a build like this. I did all the cobblestone too, or not the cobble, the granite alongside the walls. Honestly, I don't really know how I feel about the granite. I might have to change that up. Or at the very least, what I was thinking I could do is actually, instead of the whole tower being made out of granite, I could basically do like the bottom floor out of granite, and then as you go up the windmill, it turns more into like wood or something like that. I think that's kind of the look that I'm going for. All right, so we at least don't have to go on top of the tower anymore. Yeah, I think if we make like just the bottom floor out of granite, I think that would look kind of cool. Or at least the wall is what I meant to say. Yeah, same idea with the granite here. Basically, I'm gonna just kind of do a mix of raw granite and then the granite blocks. Kind of give our build like just a more unique, interesting kind of shape. Makes it look a little bit more industrial, I feel like. Then we just need to finish the roof on this section. So this is gonna be like the main building of the windmill. Obviously, that's where the wind sail is going to be. All right, so for the roof, I want to do something similar to what we did over there on the workshop. So we're going to do stairs, stairs. Oops, actually, hold on. I totally did this wrong. We need to do stairs, stairs, an upside down stair, a block, and a stair again. This will kind of give us like a nice steep little roof. For some reason I can't get this stair to place upside down. There we go. And let's see, what did I do? I did 2 stairs, a block, and then stairs again. Okay. Easy enough. We can do that. I wonder how this kind of lines up. Oh, it's gonna end up like a weird little part here. Honestly, maybe instead of doing that, just to keep everything uniform, maybe I won't add a top stair, because I really want these deep slate tiles to kind of line up with the beams that we have here. That's just kind of a weird little thing I have to have. Okay. Here we can do same thing. Get this all placed down here. Got a zombie trying to nibble at our feet. Trying to get our toes right now, dude. The toe bandit. Right, let's get these stairs down here. I want to see what this looks like from the side. Hopefully it looks okay. Hopefully it looks okay. Honestly, that looks kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie. If we just fix the texturing on this part of the watchtower, I think it'll look really cool. Oh my gosh, day 81. Dang, dude. We're flying through these days. Alright, we still have a lot of deep slate, luckily. I don't know why I broke this staircase, but let's come on this side and just repeat the same thing over here. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. I think this is a much better location for the windmill. And this side looks pretty cool too, because we have that steep little barnyard roof looking thing. You know what? No, never mind. I was gonna say, I kind of like how this side is like a little bit flat. Like that would make for a better position for the wind sail, but like the wind sail is gonna like stick out from the tower a little bit, so that'll kind of like never mind. I'll kind of share what I'll kind of share what it looks like whenever it's done here. But if we bring it out like that, then the windmill just kind of goes there, or wind sail goes there. It should clear the roof or give us enough space for that. Okay, I think I'm just gonna make the floor out of cobblestone. Feeling a little bit lazy. We can always come back in later and get like planks, but cobblestone's just what I have at the moment. All right, now what we need to do is actually make the windmill bearing, and that's what we can attach our wind sails to. Where do I want the entryway to be? Maybe it can be on this side. It'll lead into the building. We'll have a nice like double window here. Yeah, let's replace this with like wood. I think for the siding, I kind of want to go for fir, because these just, in my opinion, look like the fir logs look really nice. Or fir planks, I should say. Really don't need that many. I'm just gonna see how these look first before I commit to making like a whole stack of them. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better than it being like all granite. 100%. Then what I was thinking too is on the side of the building here, we could definitely do like little balconies or something, like kind of sticking out the side, just to add more like depth and character to the build. So right now we have like a staircase up here, but eventually this whole middle section is just going to be filled with like gears and stuff. So we'll have to get rid of the staircase and do something a little bit different for this area, but it's a later problem. And then I want the roof up here to be filled with cobblestone. Fill all that in. I want to actually fix part of this roof because I want this to be a singular face. I don't like having the log running through the side there. But over here, that's not a big deal, because right there is where the wind sail is going to be. I was playing around to see if I could use granite here instead of the wood logs, but I think I might of stick with the original plan here. I have the log like go all the way down. So yeah, building is a lot of like trial and error for me. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys are the same way, if it takes you a while to like get a design you're happy with, but I feel like once I do have a design, it's smooth sailing from there. I was also interested in doing something like this. We have like a little a border on the bottom, like that. That looks kind of cool. To continue that on this side here. All right, so now we just need to make our windmill bearing, which I think we have enough stuff for it. All we need is a smooth stone, a shaft, and a wooden slab. And we also need to make our wind sails too. But for these, we need to get wool, which I don't think we have a lot of. So we're gonna have to go shear a bunch of sheep for that. All right, so let's just sleep through the night here and see if we can go find ourselves some sheep. So we'll have to go on a little bit of a quest. Let's take Bessie out for a spin. Actually, let me put all this stuff back. Put all of our equipment back. Don't really need to be carrying all that. Actually, let's take Dark Horse. Got armor on. Okay, so I believe sheep. Check the map. We have a couple out in the woods over here. We'll go this way. Luckily on horseback, it goes pretty quick. Try to break all the berries here. For whatever reason, the berries like really damage the horse like a lot. Okay, there's not that many sheep out in these woods. I'm pretty sure if we keep going this way, we'll find some more. So through the woods here is like a little ruined footbridge that was just like sitting over here. It's like part of the world generation. But I'm gonna cross over this, and then up on this hillside, I think there should be some more sheep. Hopefully. Hopefully. I mean, I do eventually need to make a like an actual animal farm, but I've just been kind of lazy. Kind of lazy about that. Not gonna lie. But yeah, out here's a lot easier to move around because there's not so much tree coverage. There's that porcupine again. Actually, I just realized we basically took like the long way to get over here. I totally forgot that there was sheep like behind the house. Or behind the watchtower. All these guys up here. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to use black wool for the wind sails, or if it's gonna end up like messing with the design, but hopefully we can. We have 20 wool, which will once we make the crafting recipe, will give us 40 wind sails. Yeah, the watchtower is right over here. And from here you can actually like overlook the windmill. Yeah, short little roundabout journey we went on here. So luckily all those trees we chopped down dropped a bunch of twigs, which we can turn into sticks. Let's see, they should be in here. Here they are. Then all we need to do is basically have wool up in this corner, sticks down here, and then andesite alloy. That gets us 2 wind sails. Let's take our black wool and do the same thing. And perfect, that gave us 40 wind sails. I feel like that's more than enough. And then let's also make some... Let's make some fences. I feel like fences would look kind of cool. Alright, and then we just need to make a stone windmill bearing here. Okay, so now let's pick a spot where we want our bearing to go. I think maybe right about here. So this is our windmill bearing. Going to attach a block there. Pretty good. I think that looks fine. Okay, let's see. Grab some of this cobblestone. We're going to use this to sort of scaffold our way up here. We're going to have to get rid of all this eventually, but... Oh wait, I made like way too many stairs. Or not stairs. I made way too many fences. I did not need this many. Okay, and then I'm going to take my sails here. To me, this is kind of like the hard part, is trying to figure out how to actually make this look right. I'm going to actually take some gearboxes here. Kind of push it out like that. The wind sail's going to kind of have to like stick out a little bit from the roof. Just because it needs to actually clear the roof here. But we're going to figure this out. Okay, so the design for the windmill I want to go for is basically 3 out, that. It's gonna be kind of weird to repeat all of this. Like that, and then down 1 like that, and that wind sail design takes 10 blocks, which we have exactly 40 wind sails, so this will end up being perfect once we get it here. Man, it's gonna clip the roof a little bit, unfortunately. Oh, dang it. I mean, I guess what we could do... Well, no, then we'd have to move everything. We might just have to move it out, basically, like 1 block. But that's the design that I want to go for the actual sails. But in order to clear the roof, we have to, like, push it out just 1 more block. It's gonna look kind of dumb because it has to go out so far. But what I can do is kind of extend this out a little bit so it doesn't look too out of place, basically. But yeah, this is kind of what I was saying, how I needed like the roof to actually be flat on this side, like how the other side is. But we'll figure out a way to make this work. I think what I'll end up having to do is maybe I'll add like little, like a column to the outside of the windmill here. But either way, let's get this these sails down here if I can. I'm actually kind of glad I found a design that basically takes up 10 blocks each time. It actually makes it really easy. And I don't have to get any more like wind sails. Let's get rid of these trees here. Perfect. And then last one over here. This is also where the wrench comes in handy. Because if I misplace one of the blocks like that, I can shift right click it, and it automatically like picks it up and adds it to the inventory. So that's super, super helpful. All right, now we need to take our super glue here, kind of attach everything. So make sure that's attached. I have to build up this way too. So now these wind sails are attached. Now we just have to do the same thing on this side. And now all those are attached. Finally, we just have to get this one. What's kind of cool with the super glue is it's like unlimited use, basically. Now all of that should be attached to it. And let's see if it'll run. There we go. It works. Sweet. Oh, it actually looks kind of stupid. Oh no. It actually looks terrible. We need to like redo that. Oh boy. It looks good when it's sitting like this, but whenever it goes up, it basically looks oblong. So I need to like kind of figure this out here. Okay, so basically what I had to do was rotate the sails, but I kept the same like design. I think that looks pretty sweet. So to actually fix the build here, what I need to do is basically out here, I just need to bring out this wall a little bit, kind of blend it all in together, if that makes sense. It's basically going to stick out like 1 block and more or less be a column. But let's come inside here. That'll be a little bit easier to reach from here. Yeah, you can see the wind sails coming out this way because we have some gears. So now, basically, we would have like shafts running through here and then down. I don't know how the heck I'm gonna fix this to make it look good, but my idea was we could like basically encase it like that, and then we would just add like maybe stairs here. I don't really know. We'll have to figure this out. Yeah, at least we have like a working windmill now. Just looks a little bit janky, that's all. Yeah, I'll bring down a block like that, add some stairs right there, bring out this side too. And this could basically be like, this is sort of the idea that I had, like having like a little part that like sticks out right there, like as a balcony. There we go. Let's put stairs on the bottom here. And now it looks like we actually intended for that to look that way. We could also do a like an additional stair on the bottom there, I think. Actually, we could surround that entire thing. Do that. Actually, it's easier if we just build on the side of the roof here. I'll try to think of like a more elegant way to get up here, but on this side, there are stairs over here too. And right here we need some trapdoors. I think would look pretty cool. That kind of helps like enclose it. That kind of explains why there's like, I don't know, why it kind of sticks out from the wall a little bit. Doesn't do it perfectly, but better than nothing, I feel like. Actually, I have an idea. Why don't we... Oh no, never mind. We can't do it on this side too. Might be a little bit weird. But I was like, we could just follow that design all the way around, but then we have like this weird part on the roof. But I mean, we could just do that. Doesn't look terrible. Okay, so basically I'm taking some of these stairs that I have and kind of connecting the roof bit, so that way it looks a little bit more uniform all the way around. Alright, maybe not like the most eloquent looking thing ever, but... Elegant? The most elegant looking thing ever, but it does kind of work for our purposes here. It honestly doesn't look too bad. Am I coping? Nah, it looks fine. We do need to put like a nice little window right here though. So I kind of want to copy the same design that we did over here. Kind of stairs going up like that. But it looks like we got a quest done here. We got our wind sail thing done. And let's actually take some of these shafts that I gave us. Actually connect these through. We can bring these out like that. Then here we want to put a gearbox if we have one. Don't have one right now. But we would put a gearbox right there. And that'll allow us to change like the direction of the shaft from horizontal to vertical. And then we can basically lead that power straight down. So if we take our gearbox, just put it there, you can see now the taking that, coming down here. Oh, you know what I was thinking? Maybe we could take we have a couple of these cog wheels. What we could do is we could just kind of like interlock these all the way down. I feel like if I can get this to go the way I want it to. Yeah, we can have these like gears going all the way down. And then we'll have like a much faster like power, I feel like. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say here, but basically we could just fill this whole tower up with gears so that way this can go like spin much faster. All right, let's also put in our window. I might honestly... I'm trying to think if I want to keep the granite. It looks kind of mixed-matched, honestly. Like, I like it down here on the windmill part. Maybe if I do more of these, like, polished granite bits here. I think what it is because, like, the bottom floor here is, like, not level. So it's just kind of messing with how it looks. We basically just need to fill this in with dirt, and that'll kind of fix it. There we go. Kind of looks a little bit better. So we just hit day 84. I have to kind of remember how I did this. Okay, so it's basically a block straight up, and then the stairs. Okay. Now I see what's going on here. Basically, I'm just trying to copy what I did on the workshop, because it turned out pretty cool over there. There we go. Now we have like a nice little window. Okay, there we go. Now we have a nice little like gabled window going inside there. Basically do the same thing on the other side too. I replace some of these. So we can still keep our like granite. I feel like it looks kind of cool. Go grab some more spruce logs here. We have a zombie hiding over here. Kind of hanging out. Need to actually get rid of this tree anyway, so this is perfect. Sun shining through here. I think it's really cool that the lighting actually interacts with the wind sail. There we go. Now we have windows on both sides. Looks kind of basic right now, but also need a window over here too. But yeah, I think that looks kind of cool. Honestly, what would that look like if this whole thing was a window? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, the windmill's coming together. We just need to get some leaves on there, and I think it'll look really cool. So I'm just gonna copy the same thing I did over here with these spruce leaves here. Both of our puppies over here, I kind of forgot about them. But yeah, coming from the house, we have like a really cool view of the windmill and the watchtower. I think moving it back was honestly the right move. So let me, actually we have some shears. We can just like our way up here and chop down one of these trees here. I really like the spruce leaves. These look awesome. So in like, well, in theory we could use the power from the windmill and actually make like automated farms with it of some kind, but I can't really think of anything that I want to make right now. I mainly just wanted to get the windmill like built up and decorated. I'm just gonna use these shears until they break. There we go. That should be more than enough leaves to actually decorate what I want to. Yeah, we have like 4 stacks of leaves. We're good. We are good on that. I'm gonna cut out like a window right there. Then for the leaves, I kind of look at where the building looks a little bit plain. So like for example, up on the top here, build myself up here, and just start kind of placing leaves down. We also want leaves kind of going off to the side over here. This is where the bridging mod really comes in handy. Then I can build vertically without having to like drop down. Another mod I installed to just make things a little bit easier on myself is the free cam mod. So if I press a hotkey on my keyboard, it lets me zoom out here and I get like an outside perspective. That's super, super helpful. Right here, I could use a little bit of foliage coming down. We need it to kind of come down this way too. So we got to be careful not to go out too far. Otherwise, we'll end up hitting the wind sail again. And I feel like the backside here, we're not really going to see it, so I'm not too worried about like leaf placement over here, but I do at least want something here. What's kind of nice with the leaves here is we can actually kind of use them to like navigate the roof a little bit easier. Now we don't have to like build while we're up here. I was thinking of making like a what is it? Some kind of like balcony, but I don't really know about that. I am gonna cut out some windows up here though. It'd be kind of cool. So yeah, some windows right here. We cut down like way too many leaves. Yeah, you can see the watchtower looks, or the windmill looks a lot nicer with some foliage on there. Just makes the build look a little bit more lived in. Right now I want to grab some lanterns and start lighting this thing up. We also need to grab some grass too, or glass. I don't know why I said grass. We need glass. Let's see if we can find some. Pretty sure, yeah, we have a bunch of lanterns. I just have to remember where they all are. Okay, it looks like they were in our backpack. Now for glass, we also have this in our backpack too. Okay, so then we also need to make some furniture. So I want to make some flower boxes like these ones, so we can put them along the windows there. But I have a bunch of extra like flower pots in this building, just kind of left over from when I was decorating before. So we can definitely use these. I also have these outside lanterns that look fantastic. We have just a bunch of stuff over here. Okay, should be good. I really like these outdoor lanterns. These look so good. And let's kind of think about where we want our pathway to go. I kind of want the pathway to come down this way, kind of lead over here, right at the door here. I like my pathways to feel like super flowy. I don't like it when they have like a really square kind of feeling. That looks fine to me. Let's take our outdoor lamps. We can turn these on just by right-clicking them. Oh, there we go. Right now, let's take these hanging plants here. We can just kind of put these wherever we want, really. Like on the corners on the outside of the building, I think looks really cool. Right now, let's light it up with some lanterns. We also have these grapevine boxes that I have. These are part of the wine mod that I have, or that's installed in this mod pack. But I'm not really sure how to actually use it, so for now, I just kind of use them as like flower boxes, basically. Some of these like flower boxes, kind of just throw these around here. I was thinking of like adding windows to the bottom floor here, but I'm not sure what to do with that. I mean, I could have some like right there. Because right now we just have like a very awkward thing here. Oh, you know what? I have an idea. What if we make this middle part the entrance? Now that kind of works. Normally I don't like do entryways in the middle of the build, but I think we'll give it a try this time. You can see down here it's basically empty. Just because it's like a single layer of dirt here. Okay. There we go. Nice little staircase going up that way. Let's kind of fix this dirt slabs like that. Yeah, I feel like having the entryway in the middle actually looks kind of cool. And we could have like windows out on these corners here. Let's see what this kind of looks like. Use glass panes for this just to add like extra depth. You know what? Actually, we can have like a double wide window. This is also something I don't normally do. I don't normally do double wide windows. But I think they look kind of cool here. We're just doing everything different on this build. And then right here, we actually need to use like full glass. And we'll have to like add like a little lip right there, but yeah, that looks kind of cool. Now we just need like a door. Add like a doorway right there, and I think it'll look pretty good. So I think these large doors look kind of cool. Nice and gray. I don't know how I feel about the doors being in a block though. Maybe if these were like stairs, kind of fix that. Have any more stairs? I mean, we have deep slate stairs. Actually, that kind of works. I kind of like that. We'll go with that. Kind of fix the wall here so it doesn't look too like placed, basically. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Little windmill here. Take some of these extra branches we have, or leaves. Let's kind of use these as like hedges. That looks really cool with the sunset coming down. Let's grab our camera and snap a photo of this. Yeah, that looks sweet. I just need to add lanterns like inside the building. That way they can kind of glow outwards. I guess the windmill here is kind of like a little loft sort of thing. So the upstairs will be like open. We can take some of these extra fences that I have here and close this off like that. There we go. Now we have like a little loft in here. So we have some extra stairs. I'm gonna actually kind of use those and fill those in there. We'll make like a little light like that. I'm gonna do it over one block. There we go. Now we have a little lamp in here. There we go. I feel like that looks pretty good. And I'm not really sure what we could like actually put inside the windmill. Maybe like a kitchen or something would make sense. Yeah, we need to add another window right here in the middle, so it looks a little bit more uniform. Oh, and we need to add windows upstairs too. We have this little like atrium type room up here. Just use window panes for this as well. Alright, so now we have like an actual staircase going up here. Really small little loft thingy or balcony. And then we need basically a shaft kind of coming down this way and then feeding power into this room somehow. I wonder how much power this is generating actually. I wonder if it'll tell us. It's not really saying anything, but yeah, I think that looks pretty sweet. Okay, I just grabbed some more fur trap doors. What we can do with these, just kind of put them underneath the door frame like that. I think that looks kind of cool. Just kind of adds like a little additional detail to the build here. We could do them here, but we have flower boxes there, so don't really have to do them there. I don't know, this area seems like just a little bit plain to me, but that's just because we don't have anything on the bottom here. Oh, we have like little windows out here. Oh, we need flower boxes, that's what I was thinking of. Make some of those really quick, so we can place them on the window like we did here. Okay, so now we have some flower boxes. These will look really cool on these windows out here. can get enough height to actually build up there. See what we need to do. We do glass like that. Oh, I like the window planter right there, but I don't know how I feel about the glass being how it is. So we may end up having to instead of window panes, we might have to do full blocks. Doesn't look terrible. Oh, the sun looks really good from this side. It's cool. The wind sail. You know what? The flower boxes look fine. I don't need to worry myself about that. But yeah, we could definitely fill this room with like some sort of create contraptions. But for now, it's just kind of an empty little shell here. All right, so I'm just gonna decorate the old windmill here a little bit. Some of the extra plants we have, because I made a bunch of these things, but they look pretty cool. I really like them. We also have some flower boxes we can kind of throw around here, just to kind of fill in the space a little bit. We can actually put them here too. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. Oh, we could also put lanterns up on the top floor there. There, I think looks pretty good. I need to make scaffolding, but I don't think I have any bamboo. I'll go find some. Maybe one or two on this side. All right, there we go. Now the windmill is nice and lit up. We could also have a window up there, but I don't really know about that one. Okay, so the windmill does generate power, but for now it's more or less just a decorative item. And I think it looks pretty cool. I really like this design that we have here. It honestly turned out a lot better than I thought. I thought it'd be a disaster, but this turned out just fine. Actually, I'm gonna snap another photo of it while it's at nighttime. Let's see if we can find like a cool angle here. Actually, we have the moon above the windmill. That looks pretty sweet too. Trying to figure out where a good angle for this photo would be. I think this looks pretty cool, just because there's you can see the moon above it. All right, let's walk around the property here and see what everything looks like. I think right here looks just a little bit plain. We might need to do something here. But I'm pretty happy with how everything is laid out here. We got our little mushling. We got our fernling over here. We got our small little workshop and stable on this side. Looks like the corn is growing in nicely. I was thinking what we could do is maybe we could have like a small little pond here, because right here is pretty plain. We just have like an empty like dirt patch here. So maybe we could make like a small little lake or something. Maybe not a lake, but like a pond. And then I also want to expand the farm itself a little bit too. So I kind of just want to fill in this entire like area. Something else we could make. We could make some more of these carts here. These look pretty cool, and they make like a nice little decorative thing. It looks like the wandering trader eventually found his way out of the cart here. So I'm gonna move this cart and just put it out front the windmill here. So I need to actually gather some more fir logs here, because I kind of want to make a little garden shed over there by the farm. There is a bunch more we can do with the create mod, like we can make automatic like crop farms and stuff. But the windmill was kind of the main thing I really wanted to make. But it's really cool because you can add like movement to your world, and it just looks really fun. So kind of the aesthetic I'm going for is more of just like a homey, cozy little farm. But you can make really cool like steampunk type things with the create mod, like with all the copper piping and moving parts. Oh my gosh, my voice is cracking. That's how you can tell I'm recording this in the morning. But I think a stack should be fine for our logs here. Put those away. And yeah, in the morning when we wake up, we'll kind of dig out our little pond there, and then also start working on a small little garden shed. Right, day 87. So from the window here, we can see the watchtower and the windmill moving. So yeah, moving the windmill to that side of the property, 100% worth it. Otherwise we would have blocked our own view. But I like all these small little pathways that we have, just kind of weaving in between, or weaving throughout the property. So yeah, right here, I want like a small little pond. So I'm gonna cut out some space here. Because right now, this is basically just like a dirt patch in the yard. It doesn't look amazing. So I think if we just like cut out like a small little pond, it'll look a lot better. Because all of this, the reason there's no grass growing here is this is all coarse dirt. So the grass doesn't spread to this block. But I think for a pond, it looks kind of cool because it's, you know, ponds aren't really grassy. They're more like gravelly. We need to get some gravel too, actually. Kind of mess around with that. So first things first, let's make an infinite water source here. And just start filling in the pond. Okay, I think that's all level. There might be a little bit of unevenness over here. There we go. And now, what I want to do, start making some of the parts here just a little bit deeper. It's not going to be like a deep pond. It's only going to be like 1 or 2 blocks at the most. And then I'm going to take our little slabs that I made here and just kind of dot these around. And I feel like these slabs are what makes it look like a pond and not just like a random like blocky little mess in the middle of the property here. I put all these down here. Actually, seeing that andesite under there kind of makes me want to fill in some of the corners with andesite just to make it have a little bit more texture. Let's go grab some. We have plenty of andesite. Maybe not in this chest. I know we have some over in the workshop though. But I like this. I like this little pond idea. From here, you can also see the windmill, which looks really, really cool. I could definitely imagine maybe having a small little fishing dock right here. All right, let's grab our andesite. We have a bunch in here. I'm just gonna keep like a lava bucket ready to go inside that chest. Actually, coming back in the workshop here reminds me I need to actually redo all this, or at least to work on it some more. Let's bring the dogs outside with us. They want to come out, hang out outside a little bit, have them chill out by the pond. And in real life, Brookie and Jazzy, they have a pool, so they love to just be by the pool and hang out. So I'm trying to recreate that vibe in Minecraft. Yeah, well, let's add some like andesite in these like little corner bits here. Kind of as like little boulders, I think. What I was going for with this. I might not do that. I might not have it like be tall like that, but I think this just helps add like texture. Makes it look more like a pond and not just like a dirt hole. Alright, get these down here. And basically like my whole building approach is I more or less just kind of cut out different parts of the build. Like I blotch it out, fill it in with other blocks. And that's kind of like an easy way for me to think about texturing. So I'm gonna also make some andesite slabs here. I think these just kind of help add some variation. You don't need too many, just here and there looks good. And then to really take advantage of this view, I was thinking we could have like a small little, very, very small fishing dock like right here. So let's take some of the fir logs we have here. Put these out like that. Well, I don't know. I think if we do have a dock here, it's just gonna look kind of weird. The pond itself is so small. Maybe we'll just leave it. We might just have to leave it how it is. I think if we do like put a dock there, it's just gonna look really cluttered. But we could definitely play around with some lighting. Kind of fill in some of this space with our gravel here. Yeah, I want everything to feel nice and walkable. So I want the terrain to be like as smooth as possible. Just like how it is. I feel like our homestead is like really cozy right now. I really like this. All right, let's start building up our little garden shed. It's gonna be kind of small, but we have all this empty space over here, so we might as well use it. I'm trying to figure out how I want the building to orientate. I don't know if I want it to face this way or if I want it to face this way. We do have to get rid of these flower boxes, at least for now. We also have this empty space back here, but I kind of just want this to be more farmland. Kind of have some like random decorative blocks over here. Okay, here's what we'll do. So we're gonna make a 5x7 little rectangle here. I miscounted a little bit. It's right there. Then what we can do is make like a little offshoot on this side. Alright, so same little idea here, where we just kind of frame everything out with our logs, and then we work on like the details and filling everything in at a later time. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a tall garden shed. I think I might have miscounted. Oh yeah, I definitely did. I definitely miscounted the height that I needed. You know what? We'll just leave it. We'll leave it 3 tall. I was wanting it to be like 2 tall, but we'll stick with 3. We do have to bring it down just 1 block here. Yeah, it's gonna be like a little L-shaped building here. I also want to organize the crops a little bit better too. Right now the crops are just kind of like randomly assorted. There's not really any rhyme or reason to it. I might do a similar thing again where I use the granite because we have so much of it. I think I literally made like way too much granite for my own good. And we're also going to use our deep slate stairs as well. I really like that all of our trees are kind of in their own little section. Makes it really convenient to like, okay, if I want larchwood, I just go to the larchwood section. Everything's like nice and categorized. There is also like an automatic tree farm we could do with the create mod, which would basically just continually automatically chop down the trees as they grow in. But I kind of want to put that in its own little area. I don't know if I want them to be next to the house or what do I want to do with that, but let's get these replanted here. Make the quick little run back to the storage shed over here. I think something we could do, since right now this farm is just kind of in the way, we can make another little pathway off to the side here that kind of loops around. So that'll kind of fill in this backspace here. Then the garden shed itself could maybe have like 2 little entryways. We're gonna have to... Unfortunately, we're gonna have to chop down this large tree here. I do like that we're able to like reuse some of our building materials. Having like a consistent color palette is like makes it a lot easier, so I don't have to keep like regathering materials and redoing all that. This is pretty cool. Okay, so same little idea here. The bottom is just going to be made out of cobblestone as like a little frame. And since we picked up this larch wood, I was thinking we could just make the floor out of larch. So the larch wood is a lot more gray than fir. So it'll kind of like just add a little bit more character to the color palette of the build. I'm not really the best with color palettes as far as like planning them and coming up with them, but I do just kind of know what'll work and what won't. So it's a lot of like trial and error for me. Okay, so right now I'm just kind of filling in the corners with our blocks, and then I can come in and actually like texture it how I want it to. So yeah, I mean the easiest way to think about texturing is just like I was saying, like cutting out shapes and just like filling it in with the different like variants of the block. You don't really have to think about it too much. I feel like just doing it almost randomly like that will get you the result you're kind of looking for. And I do want this to be 2 stories. Basically the pathway will come this way. Have a little door here. Maybe a door on this side so we can go that way too. Nice big windows. This is going to have a lot of natural light for a garden shed. I was thinking of using stairs, and I already made them. But I think for how small this build is, we might actually just need to do ladders. 88 already. We could do a ladder on this side. Build our way up here. Do we really want this to be 2 stories? I mean, I guess what we could do is just have the roof be open. Basically, like instead of an attic, it'll basically just be like a loft on the 2nd floor. I kind of want to match what I did over there again too. Actually, here's what we'll do. I'll basically make this like L shape over here, like 1 floor. But then this side over here will be 2 floors. I just feel like some verticality on this side of the homestead would look nice. Because it is really flat over here compared to the rest of the landscape. So that's another thing I like doing too. I like to just kind of balance everything in a weird little way. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense if you like put it into words, but on our floor here, and then the upstairs here can just be made out of wood. I could definitely imagine like some balconies, so I want a balcony going out that way, and to continue the windows. Yeah, here's what we'll do. We'll have a door this way, and then a balcony coming out this side here. It's gonna be kind of a small balcony, but it'll look cool. And I believe we have like railings that we can use, so that way we don't have to make the balcony like bigger than that. So look into that. Maybe these should be stairs actually. I think that would look nicer. It's a lot of like, for me it's a lot of trial and error. I just have to keep messing around until I find something that's just right. Okay, so while I'm on the bottom floor here, I'm just gonna put down our roof tiles. Something like that. Basically just copying what I did before, but I might make this roof like a little bit steeper. I don't know, I was thinking of like, instead of doing double stairs like this, I could do a full block and then stairs again, but I'm not too sure about that. I do like the idea of this being like open, so I think in order to give ourselves like some extra space, what I'll do is, instead of doing 2 stairs, I'll basically do stairs and then a block. So it'll look something more like this instead. That'll give us like a little bit more headroom inside the building. I think this will look kind of cool. It's like a slight little variation of what we've been doing. But now we have like much more space if we go down here. Fill all that in. We even have like a little bit of a view to the ocean now too. Alright, let's also do the main roof here. And for this roof, I want it to go a different direction because I want the points to face this way. For this roof, I think we could make it like a little bit shallower. I'm not sure, or if we should just copy what we did down here. Roofs are kind of one of those things that I feel like really make or break a build depending on what you do. I'm just gonna build out the front first, see how this kind of looks, and then kind of take a look at it, and then I'll decide. Then I'll decide what we want to do with that. So if we hop in free cam here, I think that is a good little roof design there. So this is what we're going to do, just 2 stairs, a block, and then stair at the top. This works for what we're wanting. Alright, so we'll just need to go grab some more deep slate stairs, but I think this looks pretty good so far. So like I was mentioning before, like that side of the property was really flat. So I think just having like some verticality over there with the 2 stories just kind of helps it. And then also this being like a double story and then like a really tall roof on this side, I feel like just adds some interest. I might also want to make like little like windows right up there just to kind of help fill in the roof. While we're here though, I'm gonna light it up just a little bit. I don't know how I feel about the balcony on this side. I think we definitely need something on this side because it's really flat. But I don't know if we're gonna stick with the balcony idea. I think if we do, what we'll end up having to do is actually fill in the bottom floor here. If we have like windows on windows, I feel like it just looks kind of weird. I do like this this balcony idea. We just need to connect it up to these logs here. Alright, so now we just need to complete the roof here. And honestly, I was thinking of kind of how our windmill is sort of more or less like a decorative piece. I was thinking we could actually do something similar with the roof on the garden shed here, and I want to kind of add like maybe like a little wind sail on the top of this, but have it, instead of rotating horizontally, have it rotating like vertically, maybe not vertically, but basically in a different like orientation. So I'll kind of see how I can figure out how to do that. But for me, since I don't really know how to use the create mod in the way it's intended, I kind of just want to use it in a decorative kind of way. I think that'd be kind of cool. It would add a little bit more flavor to this building. Something else I kind of noticed here too is that the watchtower actually has a chimney on it, which I never really noticed before. And if we look up the chimneys, it's a pretty simple recipe. And what's cool with these is they actually, if we make them, these like generate smoke without having to have like a campfire underneath them. So they're kind of cool. I think I honestly want to put these on every single building, but we 100% need to put them like on our house. As far as the workshop here, I don't think we really need one here. But we definitely want one on the house because that's just going to look kind of nice and kind of cool. Let's see here. I think you just kind of cut through the roof. And we can just put the chimney basically right here. Now, when we look at the house from a distance, we'll have like a cool little smokestack effect like we have on the watchtower over there. Actually, no. Hold on a second. I might have messed this up a little bit. We need to actually put this on the other side, because the other side is where our kitchen is. We actually have like a little stove on the bottom here. So, ooh, you know what? Maybe instead of it coming out the roof right there, we could actually have it have like a stair right there, or a block. Just have it come out there. That looks pretty cool. I think that's the design we're gonna go with for that. We do have an extra one, and I'm like debating putting it on the workshop just because I like the way they look. But I don't know. That might be too much. Nikki, you doing too much. You know what? We're gonna do it anyways. We're doing it anyways. And in the morning, I need to get some more sheep and kind of shear them up, so then we can make another little wind sail for that building. Come up here. We got these beautiful big old paintings. Look at the wandering trader. He's so handsome. What a handsome young man. So for this building, I think just right around here seems like a good enough spot. Doesn't have to be too specific. I just want something. I actually totally forgot I left the dogs outside. It's terrible of me. I kind of want to put them in the windmill. Windmill just has like such a cool vibe. I love the look of this, especially from the lake here. Let me actually snap a little Instagram photo of this real quick. I'm putting it on Snap. Especially at nighttime, look at that. There we go. And of course we gotta take a photo of the garden shed once that's done with. We still have some empty land here that we could do something with. But I gotta be careful not to clutter everything. Now that the dogs are inside the house. I see the horse moving over there. I saw like something moving in the distance and it was green. I was like, what the heck is that? And then I remembered like, oh, that's my horse. That's old Bessie. Or actually no, it's Dark Horse that has the armor on. Okay, let me get more deep slate. Some in this chest over here. Should take everything. I'm taking everything. At least we'll have the roof done, which is kind of a nice feeling. And as far as the balcony goes, I don't really think what it is that we have these like blocks sticking out on the side. And honestly, we might need to get rid of it. Because I like the balcony idea, but I don't know how I feel about these logs sticking out, because then I feel like that makes it a little bit too bulky, if that makes sense. I don't know. We'll kind of have to mess around with that a little bit. Kind of the good thing here is we have almost endless opportunity to meander. We have endless opportunity to meander around the world. Not really a rush here. Stairs on this block too. Oh, that's a tough one. Okay, wait a second. A little bit confused here. Okay, I see what happened. Your boy made a small miscalculation. Make sure I have like space to go down the ladder there. I think technically this is supposed to be stairs up here, but if we hop in free cam, it doesn't look that bad. I might just leave it as it is. And then right here, I'm gonna basically put like mechanical, like a windmill bearing like we have over there, but it's gonna be facing vertically. And then there's just gonna be like a wind sail up here kind of turning in the wind. Yeah, watch out. Watch out, day 90, watch out. Do we have an extra? I don't think we do. So I'm gonna actually make 2 of these because I kind of want to do multiple of them. I really don't know how this is gonna look, but low-key, I think it's gonna turn out kind of fire. I think it's gonna turn out fire. Make sure I'm in the middle. This is in the middle here. It's gonna kind of spin around. This one will actually do like a gray little block like that, the fur log there. I think 2 of them might be too much actually. All right, let's go find some sheep before I think myself too much. Before I think myself into a little I don't even know what I was gonna say. Before I think myself into having like gray hair, I guess is what I was gonna basically try to say, but it just didn't come out right. Where are my shears? I think I used them up already. Oh wait, no, I found them. I found them. We're good. We're chilling. Alright, so same little thing. Let's take a Mustang out for a spin. Hold on, I have a name tag. I never bothered using it. Oh, dude, I almost misspelled that. I almost misspelled it. Mustang with a H at the end. I'm so sorry, buddy. Let's take Mustang out. So Mustang is technically the love child of Bessie and Dark Horse. I gotta take Bessie's saddle off. Put it on Mustang. There we go. There we go. So my buddy Ryan, shout out to Ryan. He has like a new Mustang that he just got. Or no, he's had it for a little bit. But it's like, this thing was brand new. Like legit. When he got it, I think it had like 5 miles on it. He ordered it from the factory and everything. And he took me for a spin in that thing. And I was like, sheesh. The thing was sick. I wasn't really a muscle car guy until that point, to be honest with y'all. I'm more of a... Oh, anyways, I like the expensive stuff. But that thing was cool, dude. It was loud too. So anyways, next time I have like a date, I'm hitting up my homie Ryan. I'm like, Ryan, can I take the Mustang out, bro? Please. Ugh. No, if you ever want to make a guy feel special about his car, you gotta be, hey, bro, let me take that thing out for a date real quick. Or you gotta be like, hey, dude, I got a date. Can I whip the car around real quick? All right, I need this sheep to eat some grass, but he's not doing it. Oh boy. Oh boy. I wonder if we can make wool out of like string, because we have a lot of like string and cobwebs, but I don't know if we can really do anything with it. Actually, from up here, let's see if we can get a little view of the house. There's more sheepies out here. No, not really from this angle, but we can see the smokestack from the chimney, which is kind of cool. Mustang's out here grazing. Oh, that's kind of tough. Actually, adding the chimney to that other building, totally worth it. Totally worth it. Just realized I dropped like a piece of wool or something over here, according to the mini map. I gotta pick that up. So far, we have 9 pieces, and that'll get us about 18 sails. But I'm trying to get as many as I can. So luckily the sails, it's not dependent on like what color wool you're using. So we have a bunch of like black sheep up here in the mountains, but that we can still use their wool, thankfully. Actually, hold on. I have a question for y'all. Real talk. My buddy, he was saying he was playing Minecraft the other day, and he was saying he found a pink sheep, and I don't know if that's like incredibly rare or what, but I have never seen like a naturally occurring pink sheep in my life, at least in Minecraft. As if I've seen it in real life, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that has to be rare, right? I mean, I could look it up, but where's the fun in that? Okay, so we have some wool. Through these trees again, we could some more sheep that we can find. I'm gonna head towards these sheepies out here in the taiga biome. Again, the downside of taking the horse through the woods here is that there's a lot of like berry bushes, and for whatever reason it's like really hard to see them sometimes. I have to be like a little bit careful about the berry bushes, but other than that, horses are a far superior mode of transportation than simply just hoofing it on foot. That is for sure. That is for sure. I'm gonna leave Mustang out here. He's good. I think if we get another horse, we should name him like Shelby or something. We should just have like all like muscle car named horses. That would be kind of tough. That would be kind of tough. Look at the sun rays coming through. It's beautiful. Hey girl, you beautiful. Alright, couple, well, there's not a couple, there's one more sheep out yonder, over yonder, hanging out by his lonesome. So I did have a lot more wool originally, but all of that has been like, I used it to make like a bunch of beds to fight the Ender Dragon, and what ended up happening is I didn't know how to like kill the Ender Dragon with beds. So I basically just have a stack of beds somewhere in my chests at home that I don't know what to do with. Oh, story of my life. So actually out here I marked down where I could find some red wolves, and I wonder if I can tame them with my oh, here's one right here actually. I have like a bunch of bones that I brought with me. Oh, baby. Oh, okay. We're taking that with us. Okay, cool. Got a red wolf now that will follow us around. What an absolute sweetheart. Oh, with the snail too. What the heck? This little snail on the ground. Okay. I'm gonna take a picture. Take a picture of Pokey. Should we just name the dog Pookie? Alright, come here, sweetheart. I don't know what to name the dog. We do have some name tags, but there we go. What a sweetheart. Can we steal the snail? Hold on a second. I'm so sorry for this. Oh my gosh, you can. I'm literally carrying a snail around. What the heck? Oh, we lit. And we on a horse too. This is too much. Too much dopamine. Too much dopamine in such a short time. Alright, we're taking this bad boy back home. Well, actually, the only downside of the snails is they leave like weird mucusy trails around the yard. Like, look at this. There's slime all over the place. I don't really know if I want to take this guy back to the house. I mean, I guess I could put him in like the corner somewhere, but I don't know. Maybe I should make like a snail enclosure for him. Look at this little guy. He's so cute. Maybe we should name him Gary. Gary. Starts meowing at me. I'd be like, what the heck? What kind of snail is this? Why is he making meow noises? What kind of shenanigans is this? Alright, we're back home. We're back home. Maybe we should put, okay, here's what we're doing. First and foremost, Mustang is going back in the pen. Hey. He wants to wander. He wants to wander. Alright, let me grab Gary. And where should we put old Gary? Should we give him like his own little pen somewhere? I guess I could put him in the windmill, because right now he's just, if we leave him outside, he's just gonna leave slime everywhere. What the? What's going in here? Where's my name tag? Pookie, don't eat him. Don't eat him, Pookie. He's a snail. In real life, my dogs would 100% eat this thing. Bro, he actually made a cat noise. What the heck? That's hilarious. Okay, now you guys have a buddy. All right, this is Pookie. Fun fact, at work, for whatever reason, I don't know why they do this, but I have like 13 different nicknames at work. Nobody ever calls me by my name at work. It's all a bunch of people just call me like whatever they want to, I guess. And one of the nicknames, the reason I'm bringing this up, I'm not just saying this for no reason, is people call me Pookie, and I guess it's a compliment. I don't really know. All right, so let's start making some sails. Oh wow, we surprisingly ran out of andesite alloy, so I have to actually go get more. But yeah, on the top of this little windmill, well, it's not going to be a windmill, but it's basically going to be a little spinny thingy at the top here. I don't know how this is going to look. It's either going to look stupid, and then as a result, I'm going to look stupid, or it's going to look really cool, and people will be like, oh wow, Nick, that was genius. So we'll see what goes on here, if this works. So here's the design I kind of want to go for. I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to look a lot cooler once it's moving. That's the hope. You gotta have hope these days. I'm gonna take my super glue here and start just gluing stuff. I'm gonna glue everything together. I'm gluing everything together right now. Let's go here. Go. I guess this blocks don't like being connected, so I might have to use stairs here, but luckily we have a bunch of stairs. Or not stairs. Fences. Fences is the word I was thinking of. Yeah, it's just gonna be kind of like a decorative, almost like a what would be the best way to describe it? It's not like obviously not a windmill, but more or less just like a little weather vane looking thing up here. Let's see if this thing works. Oh, that's kind of it. That's kind of what I was thinking of. It just kind of spins freely. I might need to make them like a little bit bigger, or maybe more saily, like this. Just gonna extend it by one block. It's kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about the fences though. Yeah, the jury is still out on that one. I could do like a smaller one on this side too, but that literally might be too much. That literally might be doing way too much. We're gonna try it though. Just because it's too much doesn't mean we're not gonna try it. Let's throw that out of the question here. Okay, never mind. We're getting rid of this one. We're getting rid of this one and just sticking with one for now. This looks kind of awkward just because it's like, describe this. It's basically only 2, but it should really be like 4. Not 4, but I'm trying to say. It should basically have like all 4 sides. Also, so basically we're gonna dismantle everything. Dismantle everything. We're trying this over. But I kind of want to offset it a little bit. I just feel like having it center is somehow makes it weirder. I don't know. The windmill bearing here. And we have more andesite casings. We do. Okay. So we want to do andesite casing here. I'm going to get rid of all this super glue block here. I'm just going to connect everything to this andesite casing here. And hopefully this looks cool. I don't know though. I really don't know anymore. Okay, so what I actually need to do for this to work is on this block I need to do like stairs like this. Not stairs. I need to do these are called fences. Nailed it. And then basically it's gonna be, wait, you know what? I didn't even think about putting them vertically like that. Kinda works. I don't even know what this design would be considered. So we just need to, okay, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on. There we go. That's kind of the design I had in mind. I wonder if it would look better if these were actually um, vertical like these other ones, or horizontal. I think is that the actual name for it. Try that. I think that would honestly look a little bit better. Yeah, I think this is kind of what I was thinking of. I basically saw this like build on Pinterest, and I was like, wait, I kind of want to do that. But the one on Pinterest just uses like vanilla blocks basically. So honestly, turning out kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie. That might just be me tooting my own horn here. Let's see if this will work. Oh yeah, this thing's a beast. Let's see what this looks like from the you know what, I'm gonna manifest good luck for myself. We're gonna block off the roof here because we ain't coming back up. We don't need to go back up. We're good. And we could have like a shaft like going all the way down here and generating more power too as we need to, but check that out. Dude, I totally forgot. We have dirt up there. Oh, great. All this yapping. I forgot we had dirt just laying up here. What I get. That's what I get for acting up. Honestly, would these look better if they were like, what's it called? Full blocks instead of the sails? I don't really know. I think so. But if we like extended the fences. Okay, so I'm gonna actually try a different design here. Quickly dismantle everything. This is where the wrench is super helpful. What I'm gonna do is actually take our fences here, get rid of some of these ones, have it be 2 blocks up right there, do all this glue. Can't believe it's already day 92. Going way too quick. Okay, so this is kind of the design I want to go for here. Let's see if we're able to glue everything. Yeah, we can. Sweet. That towards there. This needs to connect there. And there we go. Now we have like a little wind sail. Then to kind of help complete the look, I would just want to add like a roof to this basically. We can do that with want it out of wood? Yeah, I guess we could. We could do it out of wood. Oh, now he's rhyming. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know if I want full logs here. If I want to do like slabs. I think slabs might be the for this. No though, we're just gonna kind of mess around and see what happens with this. I think I'll see what like full logs look like, and then we'll go back down to like to slabs. Okay, so after some tinkering around, I think I found kind of a cool little solution. So what we're gonna do is basically make a bunch of fur trapdoors. Oh, it's starting to rain too. And I'm gonna kind of line the basically the back of the sails with these, and it'll kind of look like it'll be a little bit more supported than just the sails themselves. So it's going to kind of look like this. Build this way a little bit, like that. And one more block sticking out on these edges here. Now I feel like the sail actually looks like it's supported rather than it just kind of like floating there kind of awkwardly. So I'm just going to kind of repeat this pattern all the way around. Alright, so after about 10 or so minutes, I was able to get the wind sail all kind of crafted up. But while I was recording, my game actually crashed, and for some reason my inventory was kind of messed up. I basically like lost everything. So I had to give myself my tools back in creative mode, which I'm kind of annoyed doing, but hopefully you guys don't mind. Anyways, we got the workshop itself done here, and I believe we're on day 93. And I just want to spend the rest of the last couple of days here actually furnishing up our builds that we have here. So the windmill, and then also the garden shed here. But right now, I just kind of want to get some foliage built up here. I feel like foliage helps the builds look a lot nicer. I definitely want some leaves kind of on this side too. So honestly, my original goal for this world was just to spend 100 days in the mod pack, and it went a lot faster than I thought. And I was kind of considering like maybe doing like a longer series on this, and if you guys want to see that, let me know. Maybe like a year or something, I think would be kind of cool. But I've been having so much fun with the Homestead mod pack. That might be doing it too much. That might be overdoing it a little bit, but that should be good. I just wanted to add like just a little bit of foliage to the build here. What's kind of nice is since it's next to a hillside here, I could almost make a jump. Actually, I'm gonna put these blocks here just so I can make that jump a little bit easier. There we go. Now we can get on the roof anytime we want without having to build up. Okay, so I think we lost all of our andesite and like shafts and stuff, but I'm at least happy that our wind sail looks good. Actually, we lost our camera too. Crap. Dang it. Oh man. Okay, so we'll have to make another camera because I really want to get a photo of this, especially at nighttime here with the beautiful purple sky. Let me make sure everything else is good. Our horses are all still here. I don't know. I guess the only downside of playing like modded Minecraft sometimes is it can crash, but that's not really. I mean, that's just kind of like the nature of it. Okay, all of our Gary's here. Pookie, Jazzy, Brookie, they're all here. Okay. So to make a camera, we just need literally glass and redstone and iron. And hopefully we have some paper left over. I don't really remember. I'm gonna grab the smoker. I actually need this. So we need to make some more food. Okay, so we don't have any redstone that I'm seeing, but we can go quickly grab some. Not too big of a deal. Also, we did lose the enchantments on our items here, so kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Luckily, we have plenty of redstone in these caves, so we don't have to travel too far. But luckily, since we have a ruby pickaxe, we still have haste, so we're good on that. So we just need to take our redstone here. In this case, it's red cinnabar, and basically just throw this on the grindstone. And hopefully it doesn't turn daytime by the time we get back up here. We also need to get paper too. Oh boy, we gotta get our paper up. I think we have sugarcane growing by the beach, so we should be able to grab that. I kind of wish I started the create mod a little bit sooner. Like it's really fun to actually decorate with the blocks. And I guess if you use it, like if you use the create mod in the context of just like decorating, it's not that bad. I think what is hard for me to kind of figure out is how to actually turn that like wind power into like usable machines. I mean, that's like the main point of the create mod, is like actually making machines with it. There we go. So we got some redstone dust now. We can make ourselves a camera. So camera, oh, that means a can. We don't need that. We need a camera. So just put a glass pane in there. We got ourselves another camera. Oh, we might not be able to, oh wait, no. The moon is still pretty high. I was gonna say, I don't know if we have enough time to make this happen. No, where's all of our sugar cane? Maybe it's in the chest over here. This is the only downside of being a little bit disorganized. Your boy has to scramble sometimes. I think we... Oh boy. This is unfortunate. This is truly unfortunate. We actually had redstone in here. We had redstone in here the whole time. Okay, we're gonna go on a small little misadventure here and see if we can find some more sugar cane to make a bunch of paper. Got some right here actually. That was a lot faster than I thought. Sun is setting fast. It's setting fast. Oh, I lost my crafting table trinket too. Okay. Okay, we gotta get back. Gotta get back. Back to a crafting table. I've been so spoiled. Your boy has been truly spoiled in all this. Alright, so we got 12 shots we can do now. Oh, we missed the nighttime shot, but I think the morning looks kind of cool. I'm gonna wait until the sun comes up, then we'll be able to get the sun rays through the wind sails here. So day 95, the sun should be coming up. Looks really, really cool. So wait a little bit. Here it goes. Trying to get the framing just right here. There we go. Beautiful. Get another one just for good luck. Sweet. Then let's get a shot of this windmill because we kind of lost it. I'm sure this is one of the other photos that we lost. This is cool with the sun coming through. Don't remember if we forgot a photo of the workshop here, but we'll get another one really quick. Cool. So we at least got photos back. These look really cool. I like that you can actually see the sun rays in the photo, so you can kind of see them shining across there. All right, so now we need to actually finish our little balcony thing. Let's go get some fir tree logs here and bring out our little balcony. I love it, man. I love our little homestead. This thing is so cool. We got some extra lights too. Perfect. Perfecto. I'm gonna have to start putting crafting tables down everywhere. Your boy was spoiled. Your boy was spoiled. Maybe I'll have to figure out how to make another crafting table upgrade. Hopefully it's something that's craftable. So what do you guys think? Should we extend the balcony out or just kind of leave it like that? I think leaving it like that is good. This scarecrow low-key kind of freaked me out. Ooh, and then let's take our trap doors here. We can just make more of these. Crafting table down in here. And we can use these as our railing. And might be enough. Don't really know. Let's see if we can get away with it. I guess so. Perfect. And now we have an... Oh, no. Oh, that is so cursed. The trapdoor's opening the wrong way. Just gotta get them to face that way. Right, things are coming together, honestly. We had like a little setback, but that's just part of the game. Dude, look at this view from here. Oh, lanterns. Beautiful view of the farm. We gotta expand the farm out a little bit because we have all this empty land over here. Don't tell a real estate developer they're about to put like single family apartments out here. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of pathway our way over here. There we go. Now we have like a cute little footpath connecting everything together here. Because I like my world to be nice and walkable. Like nice, easy infrastructure. Oh, Nikki with the vocab. Nikki with the vocab. These lamps down. Luckily we had some of these left over. Do we have any lamps on this side? We do, but we need like one more right here. Perfect. Get some. I'm gonna put deep slate down on the floor. That's just how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling these days. Alright, now we need to get some larch. And we'll put some doors on here. I'm kind of just copying the color palette we did over here because this turned out pretty good. Not to brag or anything. Oh, now he's bragging. Now he's bragging like he didn't spend 30 minutes trying to build one thing. All right, let's ignore the fact that I searched every single chest except the one that actually had larch wood in it. We don't need to worry about that part. Actually, 3 doors is exactly enough because we have 3 places to put doors. Okay, this is cool. We could have like I don't know. We just have different little workshops, I guess, up here. I kind of want to make this my house, to be honest. I kind of want to make this my little home. Okay, you know what? Not having the backpack upgrade is kind of a blessing because, hear me out on this one. Every time I would shift click in the backpack, it would just keep putting stuff in my backpack, or it would put stuff in the crafting table that was in my backpack. It was kind of like annoying a little bit. Now we don't have to worry about that. No, we don't have to worry about that at all. Then reversed it. Reverse the crafting recipe. Let's get these railings up here. Perfect amount. Do we have more lanterns? We don't, but we can make some. That's not a big deal. We have plenty of iron. I'm gonna hang up some of my favorite photos here. Basically turning my upstairs room into like a little art gallery. Let's make 64 lanterns. Oh yeah, now we're back in business. Now we're ballin'. Now we're ballin'. These all hung up now. We also need to make some more flower boxes too. Let's get these lanterns down. We're not Neanderthals anymore. We're no longer in the Dark Ages. Should we put up a picture of the workshop in the workshop? Like, come on now. There we go. Maybe not the best place for the photo, but it's kind of nice and cozy. But yeah, basically the goal for the storage shed here is we're just gonna fill it with a bunch of random stuff. I mean, I guess like, you know, like produce items basically. We do have these carrot crates. I kind of forgot I made these actually. We could use these. We could use these. Throw those in there. Hey, we gotta decorate somehow. Doesn't matter if we didn't intend to use these. There we go. Yeah, it's just gonna basically be a storeroom. I also have some more of these grapevine things. Gonna put those wherever. Should we put a smoker in here too? Might as well. We might as well put a smoker in here. And then of course, gotta have some hay bales as well. I'm just doing like a really basic decoration right now, but got more than enough food here at the homestead. Okay, so now I wanna get some wood and start making some furniture. So in the workshop over there, we have like a sawmill, and what we can do with that is if we put logs into it, we can get a bunch of different furniture. So you can kind of see around the property we have like carts, and those are all thanks to the saw. So let's just get ourselves a bunch of logs here. We're gonna have to chop down more trees, surprisingly. We're running out of items. I think 8 logs is more than enough. Maybe we should move the saw over there too. I'm just basically, every time I build a new building, I just move everything over to it. No, we'll leave it over here. Yeah, you can see if we put the logs into the saw, we can make a bunch of different stuff with it. So I can make a cheese press, for example. Wooden silo. I don't know how big this is. I don't know if it's going to be like a huge silo or what, but we're making it. Ah, okay, so this is what a silo looks like apparently. Guess that makes sense. Maybe if we stack them on top of each other. Oh, there we go. Okay, now that's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of when I was thinking of a silo. It's pretty cool. It's like a grain thing. Grain silo. Then we have like a cheese press. I guess we put cheese in here, but we're putting this in the shed over here too. And then I also made like a small little animal cart that I kind of just want to, not right there, but somewhere. I want to put this somewhere. Right there seems like a good spot. All right, we're putting this cheese press down. And I'm also putting this silo down here too. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on the silo. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I wanted. Ooh, you know what? Another fun little detail we could do on our spruce trapdoor right there. Just to kind of like, I don't know. It's a smoother transition from this to this than it is from this to just the plain block there. But we do need to make more flower boxes. So let me go do that really quick. Like I've been using these hanging flower boxes. They look really cool on these builds, so gotta make more of these ones. Don't know if I have any more. I thought I did. Okay, I have like these random flower boxes, but I don't have the hanging ones, so I need to make more of those really quick. So we just hit day 96, and I made a bunch of just random stuff that I could make. We got these hanging vines here. And then I also made this create toolbox, and this thing actually stores like a bunch of stuff. But for now I'm just kind of using it as a decor thing. Throw up some pitchforks here. Got some additional little gardening tools. And for me, this is like the fun part, is actually decorating. This is like, for me, the reason I can spend so much time in like Minecraft world is I just love to decorate stuff. I could literally spend like hours just doing this. Another little lantern over here too. Some plants on the outside here. These actually look really cool. I kind of want to just throw these everywhere. My problem, I guess my toxic trait is I literally, if y'all let me do it, I'll literally just put plants everywhere. I don't even care. I don't even care. I also have some of these flower boxes that I picked up. I kind of like how the windows look without them, but you know what? Actually, never mind. Forget what I just said. It looks so much better with them on there. Forget what I just said. I was gonna say, oh, it looks fine without it, but no, never mind. Never mind, we're putting those on there. Okay, there goes all of our furniture. That went kind of quick. Let's take some of these hanging plants though and just kind of throw these around the property. Okay, maybe not there. That looks kind of weird. That looks kind of weird actually. Cancel. Looks fine over here though, because this is kind of like the gardening center. Put these inside the horse pen too. Horse pen's kind of plain. We gotta get some stuff in here. You know what? Let's take the fernling and the mushroom with us. Oh, we lost our name tags actually. So if these guys follow us around, they start like growing little they start growing like flowers. That was weird. They like teleported towards me. Or at least they're supposed to grow flowers. I don't know if they will or not. See if I can get a photo of them in front of the windmill here. Here we go. Oh, I'm trying to get them. Oh, they're moving around too much. There's an Enderman over there. I don't want to look at him, but oh, taking a little swim. Okay, I need to move them over here. So that way I can actually get the windmill in the background. We can also get that building in the background too. Oh boy, it's just like real life. It's just like real life. Things are always moving. Alright, come here, little buddies. Come here. We need you for a photo. Oh, here we go. This is kind of a cool photo. Little rainy day swim. The buddies. Best buddies. Yeah, these are part of the Cozy Studio core, which I believe Tokimi made himself, but I'm not too sure about that. Tokimi's the guy who made the mod pack, by the way. Did we take a picture with Gary? This is Gary. You know what? Let's put Gary. Put Gary in the farmhouse. A happy little guy. Oh, what a cutie. So normally the fernling, if you bring him around, he'll actually grow stuff, but not doing anything right now. I'm not sure why. Because it's not sunny. Not too sure about that. But where do we want the dogs? Want them in here? I guess it's better than them being outside, right? What do you guys think we should fill the windmill with? I was thinking of turning it into like a bakery or something. Because I mean, technically the windmill is supposed to be like where all the grains and stuff go to be processed, but you know what, I'm gonna put the mushling here, and then let's take the little fernling guy, kind of bring him over here, hang out on this side of the property. I basically just want every corner of this land to be like cozy. So the fernling can like basically take a little nap underneath the tree over here. Need him to face the right way. There we go. Back here we have like a little backyard barbecue thing going on. I'm gonna take some more of these logs and I'm gonna saw them up and see what else we can kind of make. Because I want to start filling up the windmill too, because right now it's just like an empty shell. So while I was crafting in the saw, I found these like bar counters we can use. Maybe we could turn the windmill into a bar. Doesn't really make sense, but hey, I think it'd be kind of cool. We're doing it. Place that there. Okay, we might as well. Might as well turn this into our own personal little bar. We'll have a bar top right here. Benches. And let's have some side tables. Well, these are a lot lower than I thought. Oh boy, okay. The side table idea, that's not gonna work for us. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to find another solution. But we can at least place the benches down where we want them. So we want one table right there. One table right there. So 2 more tables. Pookie is wilding out over here, making all kinds of animal noises. Chill out, babe. They're too turnt. They got too much drink. They're out here howling. They're out here howling. I also found these beer mugs too. They're cool. These things are huge. Oh my gosh. These beer mugs are insane. Look at these things. They're massive. Okay, let's see if we can find ourselves like a bigger table. I think we might just have to make these in the actual crafting grid over here. Okay, so I looked up the recipe, and basically we just have to chop down some spruce trees here, and we can make some spruce tables. I gotta replant these before I forget here. I just realized we lost our saw. I was thinking, oh, the saw would be kind of nice right now, but big deal. Okay, let's take these logs and bring them back over. Bring them on over to the sawmill here. Just need 2 of these tables. I'm gonna make some beer mugs too. Hey, why not? Why not make some beer mugs for ourselves? We can make some benches too. I'm gonna make some benches. Let's see, is there anything else we can make while we're here? There's so many different furniture things we can do. Okay, let's bring these over to our windmill bar here. Honestly, I think this is like the best case scenario for this building. I mean, what else were we really gonna use it for? We have these benches, and I kind of just want to put them out by the lake here. I think that'd be a cozy little spot. Which way do I want them to face though? Maybe right here? You just kind of sit here, enjoy the nice rainy weather, see the windmill. It's a cool little spot for that. I like that. And I also have these logs too. I guess the workshop here could also double as like a more or less like a lumber mill. Whenever I think of like water wheels like this, I think of like lumber mills. But I found these like stackable log blocks, which are like unfinished campfires. Look kind of cool. Those there, I guess they're pallets basically is what they are. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was gonna use these shelves as like a counter for the bar here. Just gotta move the bar counter. It's a little bit cluttered here, but we can move this bench here. Kind of fixes it. Oh, now we have like a little bar. We just need to decorate it maybe with some banners. We can also put up some pictures too. Okay, we definitely have to put up this photo. This is just too cute. The best buddies photo right there. But yeah, we can ignore the unfinished room here. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the unfinished room. If I can make some glass bottles too. I'm trying to remember what I can make. I have a bunch of like glass bottles, like a kitchen sink. Yeah, I forgot we have plushies too. So I decided to basically make like a stove and a sink too, just because I feel like that would make the bar feel a little bit nicer. It's not a bar if you can't actually eat at it, right? That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking at least. And we also have these wine bottle racks that we can use just to kind of decorate the walls a little bit. Throw bottles around everywhere. Up some of these big old beer mugs. These things are huge. They're really cool though. Real life, these would be like all over the floor too. No, these patrons, after drinking a gigantic cup of whatever, they're not gonna really be able to move around that well. Alright, then we also have some hanging plants too that I can kind of put on the walls, decorate a little bit. Yeah, let's tuck a little crafting table in here. Hide it underneath the shelves. The door. Right now, this is basically just like an exposed like room over here. We'll close that up with a nice oak door or spruce door. Grab some of this cobblestone too. Finish this room up because it's just kind of. Yeah, I don't know why I placed the door. Immediately broke it, but some of these blocks in here. But what the heck? I done double placed the door. Double placed it. There we go. Some lights over here too. It's a little bit dark even for a bar. Oh, this is pretty sweet. Maybe all the dogs will just be in here drinking because they're buddies. Kind of cool. Let's bring old Jazzy over here. So I mentioned it before, but Brookie and Jazzy are basically like my real life dogs. Okay, what better way to make the world cozy than to bring him over in Minecraft, right? What? Pookie's on top of the windowsill. He's a madman. Pookie is a madman. He's a party animal. Howling. Right, we need Jazzy off of the stove. This is literally what they do in real life too. Like, they don't go where you want them to go sometimes. I don't think we have our leads either. We lost them, unfortunately. Oh, come here, buddy. We want him to go on his own little chair here. And then we want Pookie to come over here and hang out on the bench. There we go. Everybody. Alright, let's get a bar photo. Okay, never mind. I was gonna try and take a selfie, but it didn't look nearly as cool. There we go. Got a photo of all the buddies and all the homies. Definitely a place for friends to gather. Just throw it on the wall there. Yeah, honestly, my favorite mod out of all this is the photography mod. It's the one I can wrap my head around. It's like the easiest to understand for me. So another thing we have too is all these plushies we've kind of collected. So I'm gonna take some of these. Maybe I'll just have like one or two in the house here. But I want to put these in the bar too. I think these would be kind of cool. We just need to make some more shelves really quick. And these shelves are really cool because you can actually like, place stuff on them. So, for example, the plushies here have these like sitting above the door. There we go. I like the bar to be nice and cluttered. I guess it's more of a tavern that just happens to be a windmill too. Oh, you know what? We gotta fill in this space too. This is just like a hole in the ground. Oh man. Alright, we have cobblestone. We can just kind of fill it in with this. Maybe not all of it, but I at least want the bottom of the bar to be supported. That's like a bare minimum here. It's a bare minimum ask. That way the bar doesn't like collapse basically. I did not realize it was so dark under here. That up. Oh, we need more dirt too. I don't. One of the goals basically is to place down like 4,000 blocks of dirt. I don't think I'm hitting that at any time soon. Just being honest, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that. But we can at least get this dirt placed down here. Just kind of go for like a staircase effect. I'm gonna fill this in, at least make it look a little bit nicer. There we go. Now we don't have to explain why there's a floating bar. Let's take some of our dirt slabs here and just kind of place those down like that. Cool. Oh, dude, that is glorious. What the heck? The sun shining. That's super cool looking. I wonder what this build looks like. I don't think the sun quite hits this one the same. Kind of does. Ooh, wait, that's cool with the blue sky. It's kind of cool. Yeah, let's go up to the watchtower. I haven't really been up here in a while. I feel like I haven't been up here in like a month. Honestly, it has to have been a month by now. Let's see what this place looks like. If you go back to the first part, like day 0, there was like nothing here, but now we have like a small little like compound basically for ourselves. Our photo. I guess we gotta take a photo of the whole thing here, right? Well, it's not really not the best view from up here. Oh, we might as well get a photo. Put that down up here. Yeah, there's like this pathway like goes up to the watchtower, goes to the garden shed, around the lake. You can go to the tavern, the bar thing, or you can go back to the main house. I like it. I love doing like little pathways like this. I think it makes the world so much more like enjoyable to actually play on when you can just walk between everything. So anyways, over the last 100 days, we built up the homestead. We started off with like an empty piece of land, a deed to some empty land, and over that 100 days, we built up like the perfect cozy little homestead for ourselves. You know, utilizing the create mod, exploring the features of this mod pack. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. I had so much fun playing through with you guys. If you want to see a continuation of this in some form, let me know. And thank you so much for watching until the end. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one.